Hello and welcome to build up to a good game of West Bromwich Albion against West Ham United. Match day 37 in the Premier League. The end is near, but is European football near? How you feeling, Gonzo?
Okay. A little bit of trepidation, maybe. A bit nervous. A bit uncertain.
Bit nervous.
I think so. Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm going to make you even more nervous.
Leave it out.
Everton 1, Wolves 0 is the latest I could
that must have just happened, yeah, because it was 0-0.
It's not full time. There's still like a good half hour at least to play. The second half kicked off at 0:00. So, yeah, so there's still about 35, 40 minutes to go. But they're currently 1-0 up against Wolves, which would put them on equal points prior to West Ham playing tonight. Tottenham, however, they're 2-1 down against Aston Villa. So this would mean if West Ham win tonight, if it's as it stands, a West Ham win tonight, we will go above Spurs with one match to play. But that will put Europa League in our hands, not the Europa Conference League, the Europa League. So it's a long way to play. Over the build-up show tonight, we will be keeping an eye on the results over at Goodison Park and the Spurs Stadium. Tottenham booed off at half-time, Gonzo.
Well, of course they were. I would have booed them off at half-time. I'll boo them now. Boo!
I feel a bit sorry for Ryan Mason, to be fair. It's not really
well,
the manager, but it's a comedy of errors at the minute. There's Villa's second goal was Regulion essentially thumped off Traoré. Then it landed at a Tottenham player, getting back to Regulion. He thumped off Traoré again, landed Watkins, and he scored. And you just thought, what are you doing? But anyway, let's talk about West Ham. You looking forward to the lineup? Have you heard any rumours and news?
I've heard nothing at all. I know nothing, as always.
How important is it to you tonight that Saeed Benrahma starts?
Oh, you're being tricky. You're setting me up.
It's just a question. How important is it to you that Saeed Benrahma?
That is a loaded question, my friend. A loaded question.
Would that insinuate he's playing or not playing, and he should be playing?
He's not playing. That's what you're telling me. Subliminally, you're telling me that he's not been selected.
I'm wondering so to answer the question, how important is it that Saeed Benrahma starts tonight?
It's quite important. I'll tell you what, it's terribly important if we lose. If we win with whatever selection David Moyes goes with, then it's not important at all. No, I would expect him to start, Geo. He deserves to start. He scored a goal that clawed back a point in a terrible game that was lacking any sort of attacking cutting edge, basically.
Yeah, I believe he starts.
You're just winding me up. Oh, my word.
Yeah, I believe Saeed Benrahma has been drafted back in. The official lineup's out in a couple of minutes, but yeah, Saeed Benrahma back at start 11. I think he's sort of one of the first names on the team sheet for me tonight, and it's not because of, well, it is because of what he's done in the last game, but it's also because he's fresher than everyone else. He's not played as much game time as everyone else kind of thing, and I think we've looked a little bit tired. And West Brom have been well organised under Allardyce of late recently, and this could be another game where we struggle to break them down, and the only player that's shown us in the last 3-4 games that he's capable of hitting it from distance and scoring is Saeed Benrahma. Lingard's obviously scored a couple of belters as well, as is Lanzini, who's not available for selection. But that means Saeed Benrahma's the only one that's capable of scoring from outside the 18-yarder. And
what do you mean? Saeed Benrahma's the only one? So you're saying Lingard's not playing?
Only one. Yeah, Lingard is what I'm saying. But in the last few games, Lingard's not come near scoring from outside the box, has he?
Or inside the box.
Benrahma has. I'm just hoping that his goal almost gives him sort of permission to shoot, because often you see him when he takes a shot on from distance, you often see the reaction from David Moyes. I just hope Moyes gets encouraged to allow Benrahma to shoot. Like I said, I don't look into that too much, because I think what we don't see is Moyes' reaction when Jesse Lingard shoots from 30 yards. The camera just don't show what Moyes is doing. He might also be going, what are you doing, Jesse?
He's very excited, I think, usually very, very excited. That's why the camera doesn't pan to him, Gio. You can't show that sort of stuff, not before 9 p.m. anyway.
Okay, random, but okay. Anyway, for you that are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and drop a like on the video. We've got the build-up show currently, which is what you're watching, and we will be doing a bet giveaway. We'll be taking a look at both lineups. First of all, we're starting with the West Ham lineup, and here is the 11 for the Hammers tonight. Lucas Fabianski is in goal with a back four of Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna and Creswell. So the back five is unchanged from the team that faced Brighton. Rice and Soucek continue their partnership in the middle with Pablo Finau, Saeed Benrahma, Jesse Lingard playing behind Mikel and Antonio.
So the whole team is the same.
And I know Ben Rama starts ahead of
of course.
Bowen.
Of course he does. I knew that. Yeah, well, good. That's the right formation. It's the wrong formation, but it's the right. If you're going by that formation, that is the right starting lineup. It's got no arguments with that at all. Yeah, good. And he had to start him. You have to send out the correct message, which is, rescue a point, Russ, and you get back in the team. The shirt's yours. I'm not unhappy with that. I'm not, but the attacking intent is everything. It really is everything here. We've got to almost try and counteract the fact that we've been quite poor in our attacking play. So we've also almost got to attack more. We've got to really, just show a lot of intent and just go for it. I really do feel that that's the case. I think bearing in mind what's happened in the past 2 games, if we sort of settle back and we don't get into a rhythm early, you sort of just don't want it to become a habit, particularly not at this vital, crucial point in the season.
Yeah, it's the expected 11. I think when I did the picture and show this morning, I read that 11 out and I said, this is what I think Moyes will do, because I think it is predictable. Sometimes it's not always a bad thing because that would suggest that your team's in form and they deserve to keep their places, and that's why it's predictable. But sometimes it is a bad thing, and that is if your team isn't in the best of form, but yeah, you keep doing the same, you keep picking the same 11, you keep picking the same team, that becomes a bit concerning. However, with this one, I'm pleased with it. I think there's a lack of options somewhat in the team and on the bench, really. There's difficult to see what else you could have done that would have been as strong as this one. I hope that we get Lingard out the number 10 role, if I'm honest with you. I think he's become a little bit, you know what I mean? The pitch has become compact and their team's been focusing on Jesse Lingard. We saw Everton stop him a couple of, not dirty challenges, but Alan was always his shadow. Basuma for Brighton was kicking him a bit as well. And that'll give West Brom a bit of a blueprint, which is, do you want to just kick Jesse Lingard and you stop West Ham quite a bit, really. So I'm just hoping if that's the case, that's okay, let them do that. But let's get Jesse out in the middle of the pitch and give him a one-on-one opponent, whether it be Townsend. I don't know the West Brom team, I'll get that in a second. But if it is Townsend, let's put him up against Townsend and give him a one-on-one battle. And so you can foul me as much as you want, but you'll go in the book and I'm going to keep on coming at you, kind of thing. And I think in the middle of the park where Jesse's been operating, it's easier to take turns to foul him. You see it against Villa when Jack Grealish plays in the number 10 role. It's easy for everybody to take turns and fouling Jack Grealish, but when Dean Smith puts him on the left and he goes one-on-one with the right back, it's harder to stop Jack Grealish then. But yeah, the team's sort of picking itself at the minute, Gonzo.
I definitely think so. We've got to. This is the vital part of the season. This is not the time for experimenting or taking risks or anything. This has got to be what Moyes considers to be his best team. This has to be the case. Now we might all argue about different areas, but I know, for instance, Dawson wouldn't be your first pick there to play alongside Ogbonna, but he's Moyes', and that's the main thing. And you know what? Actually, we'll get to that in a little while. We need big games. We need big games from Soucek. We need big games from Rice. Soufal's got to be back to his best. Everybody, and you say about Lingard needs to do something as well. I think he could, not just for West Ham, but I think he could do with it for himself. Really, with such a short amount of time between now and the European Championships, he really needs to cement his England credentials, basically.
Right, let me get the West Ham bench up. There it is. That's West Ham bench on the screen for you now. It's Darren Randall, Issa Diop, Ryan Fredericks, Ben Johnson, Fabian Balbuena, Mark Noble, Jared Bowen, Andre Yarmolenko, Mipo Odebeko. So again, a predictable bench, if you like. The only change on the bench is that Bowen's on it instead of Saeed Benrahma from the start. What's your do you know what? When are you wanting to mention what your do you know what is?
Pardon?
You just said there.
What did you just say?
You just said, do you know what? And then you said, oh no, I'll keep that.
Well, that's still for later. That's later. That's in the
don't
prediction.
Forget then, live chat. You have to remind Gonzo of his do you know what part. Do you want the West Brom team? Right, Charlie's done it on the ticker banner. I'm trusting Charlie, and I'm not using the one.
I can't even see Charlie. Charlie's not there. Well, I can't even hear Charlie's voice in the.
Oh, I'm gonna have to start again because I'm gonna have to read out really quickly because I've got to watch it as it goes along the screen. I've got Sam Johnson with Furlong, Ajayi, Bartley, and Townsend as a back four. Then you've got Yoxulu and Gallagher and Maitland-Niles in the middle. Matt Phillips, Mateus Pereira, and Robson Kanu as the striker. Again, expected
Can you read
from
that
West
again,
Brom.
please?
No, I can't. No change in formation for West Brom tonight, though. It looks like a 4-4-1-1 with Pereira playing in behind Robson Kanu. Phillips usually on the right, so that would put Maitland-Niles over on the left.
It shouldn't really matter, to be perfectly honest with you. Is that Phillips who used to play for Blackpool? Phillips?
That's Matt Phillips. He's been at West Brom for a long, long time.
He must be 80.
He's getting on a bit, yeah.
All right, fair enough. I don't know many of their players. I know you rate Gallagher highly. Maitland-Niles we discussed. Pereira we know is a favourite of mine, and I'm a favourite of his, I believe. Johnston we want to sign. Furlong haven't got a clue. Ajay don't know who he is. Bartley.
He was at Swansea. You know him from Swansea.
Oh, do I? Okay. And that's a Townsend that I haven't heard of. So, what could possibly go wrong, Geo, with this fantastic world-class West Brom team?
Townsend plays at Palace.
I know that Townsend. It's a different. That's the only one I do know. It's a different Townsend.
You said A Townsend, as in his first initial was A.
And other Townsend. Other Townsend.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the West Brom bench for those of you that care. We've got Button, Peltier, O'Shea, Garner, Hickman, King. That's meant to be Robinson.
Robinson.
Ghana,
No, it's not. It's Robinson.
Diang. There you go. There's the West Brom bench. Grady Diangana on the bench against West Ham United this evening. That West Brom team's expected, as I said. I think they've been quite good recently. Gonzo under Aldice, 4-4-1-1. Pereira's got a bit of a free role, whereas before, when Aldice first come in, when Bilic was here, they sort of put him on the right and tried to play like a 4-5-1 at times, and he had a lot of defensive duties to do, which shackled him. He's now in the middle. He's got what Jesse Lingard's got for us, really, which is you don't have too much defensive responsibilities. Play football. And boy, is he playing football. Energetic midfield. Yoksulu, Gallagher, Maitland-Niles, Matt Phillips. While I don't think he's the best player I've ever seen in the Premier League, he will put a shift in. That's the only thing I can say about him. He will run. But I've not seen him.
The only footage I've seen is in black and white.
That back four's West Brom's back four, that is poor. It's not a good Premier League quality defence either. We've got to be scoring against this lot tonight, and probably more than once as well. Anyway, we're going to get a bet on now. We're going to go on to Bet365 and we're going to slap in a few things onto Bet365. And if the bet wins, we're going to give it to one of you lot. Gonzo will think up a phrase. And then when we announce what the bet is, Gonzo will tell you that phrase. All you have to do is put the phrase into live chat and you shall be entered. So, Gonzo, what are you fancying tonight?
Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to save that for later. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you later.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I know. I firmly believe Soucek will score today.
Player to score, Thomas Soucek, right? Yeah, we'll whack that in. Anything else?
I think we've got a lot of corners today as well. I think if you do the 9 and above, I think you're safe.
9 and above corners, yeah, whack that in.
Well, you'd be better. You can't leave me to do all the work here.
Okay, I'll put in a Furlong card, which I'm going to admit, I'm a bit apprehensive about putting cards into this game because West Brom haven't been picking up many of late. Not many teams get cards against them. But Furlong, it's between him and Yoksulu. Furlong's 1-on-1 with Said Benrahma. Yoksulu is a bit of a card magnet in Spain, but his odds tend to sort of reflect that. And he's obviously in the Jesse Lingard area of the pitch. I'm going to go with Furlong and hope that Said Benrahma is on the top of his game tonight. I'm not going to bother putting in a West Ham card because I'll be honest with you, I don't think we'll get one tonight. Do you fancy West Ham to win?
No, but you should put it. You should probably put it in a bet.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's whack that. That'll do. So 100. We'll go up to 150. 150 pounds if this bet wins to someone. Thomas Soucek to score a goal. 9 or more corners in the game for both teams combined. Darnell Furlong, the West Brom right back. Furlong to get booked and West Ham to win the game. 150 pounds cash. All you have to do to enter is enter the following phrase into live chat.
Well, I was going to go for something rude, and I couldn't really particularly find anything rude. But I did like the fact that Charlie called Robinson. So I would like a couple of West Ham players. So I want the N dropped. So I want Jesse Lingard, and I want Lucas Fabiaski. Lucas
Yeah, put it
Fabianski.
into the live chat. I've just put into the live chat what you have to put up. There you go. Lagarde and Fabianski. That's hard to type without just naturally just spelling
I know. But Charlie started dropping his ends, so you know.
There you go. If you pop that into the live chat, Lagarde and Fabianski, you can copy and paste it, and you'll be entered into the bet giveaway if it wins £150 to someone. Happy days, right? Gonzo, you seen the lineups? How you feeling?
The same, really. The same. I do think it's a banana skin. I really do. It's I'm not confident. I can't be confident at the moment, Geo, because I just do not feel that we've really grasped the nettle too well. I don't want to call us. I'm not saying that they need to prove themselves. They need to prove that they're gonna get over the finish line, really, because the closer the finish line's got, the more we've started to walk, stumble, fall over, whatever it is. You know, at a time when I was going to say everybody else is sort of picking up the pace, but it's not. Is that Tottenham still losing? Do you know? Everton still winning.
Yeah,
I mean, it's if Tottenham lose, it's in our hands. Win these next 2 games, and we get Europa football, not the dodgy Conference League.
We don't even need 2 wins. We need 4 points. If Tottenham lose, we need 4 points.
No, don't. I mean, come on. We've got to do this. Look at our 2 games. And the fact of the matter is, Gio, let's be perfectly honest. If we can't beat West Brom and draw against Southampton, do we deserve to be in Europe? You know, possibly not. Because this is the crunch time of the season. I've mentioned it in the preview. This is the point in the season when Alec Ferguson would always say that titles are won, and they're right. It's not a title, it's not a trophy, but it is incredibly important that we win these must-win games. You just need that winning mentality, and I'm hoping that we've got enough of it in the squad. We should do. Let's be fair. Diop was captain of Toulouse. I know he's not playing in there anyway. Soucek was captain. Declan Rice is captain material. We've got experienced players in there. Noble's on the bench as well, isn't he? We should have enough leadership qualities in and around the squad to get us over the line. And look at the bench. I mean, the coaching staff, people like Stuart Pearce and Irvine and Moyes himself there, Nolan. This is a time for everybody just to actually win it through force of personality, if nothing else.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I'm not confident. I'm sort of optimistic. I'm still predicting a West Ham win when we get onto that being 15 minutes. But even looking at the teams tonight, I'm just a bit worried it's the same thing again. You know, I wouldn't have minded a bit of a surprise from Moyes, a bit of trying something different almost. And the players haven't been bad in the last few games, but they've just not been good either. And that's a problem because the teams we've come up against have been well organised. And I think the Brighton result last night, they beat Man City. And what they've done there is made our result look good. And I think that's false. I don't think our result was a good result, the draw, because their wins come after the game against us. Plus, they were up against a 10-man Man City for a long period of time. Man City won the title. They had nothing to play for, Man City. We did have something to play for. So I don't think it changes the context of my disappointment with the draw against Brighton and obviously the defeat against Everton, who then looked rubbish against Sheffield United. So a lot of teams are it. And I'm actually thinking the results tonight are, while the Tottenham one's going our way, it puts a lot of pressure on us a little bit. And my fear is a point is almost okay for us tonight. And I don't want to see that attitude on the pitch. The Everton result almost doesn't really matter to some extent because we would still have to win Sunday anyway. But should Tottenham still lose, a point tonight means we win on Sunday, we get Europa League. And I don't want to go in with that mindset. And I'm a bit worried that we may display that mindset because I felt at times that we were okay with a point against Brighton. I didn't really like it. I didn't feel an urgency to get a winner. Whereas Liverpool against West Brom, I felt a massive urgency that Liverpool needed a winner. They're throwing on attackers, corners, get a keeper up kind of thing. And I'm not saying I want to see Fabianski in the box for the 95th minute trying to nod it in, but I would like to see something that demonstrates we are desperate to win these games. I never really felt that against Brighton because the way we played against Everton and Brighton, we were just knocking the ball in the air, it was getting cleared out, and we just tried knocking it back in again. I just thought, well, this is just stupid. It was just frustrating. That West Brom midfield is energetic, that West Brom defence is crap. Anyway, live chat, get your thoughts into the live chat. It can be about the West Ham team, the West Brom team, how you think the game is going to go, not your score prediction. Get everything else in, get your thoughts in, and we will have a little look. Hammer1999 says, if you were offered a point, would you take it? if Tottenham lose?
He's
No,
asking you. It says
I know,
Geo.
but I wouldn't. I've just made that obvious. Would you take a point?
No, I don't want to say no.
I want to go into Sunday knowing, as silly as it sounds, that point is good enough for Europa League, and I still want to go on and win the game, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
But I'd rather go into that knowing a point's good enough than we have to win, kind of thing. Tonight we can get Europa League into our own hands. It's been in our hands all season up until now. Villa are giving us a chance to get back, and we've got to take it. Simple as that. Ready, Alan? He says, we need to be professional, get the job done tonight. Lots of our rivals are losing to lesser opposition, and we can't do the same.
We can't do the same.
Black Bucket Roland says, Butte is nervous. Brian says that a fast start and an early goal would be helpful tonight. West Ham, it's Why We Drink podcast, says, I feel the same as Gonzo. I've got a feeling we would be lucky to draw.
Yeah, it's a worry, isn't it?
Will said, West Ham have to start hard, fast and confident.
Yes, well, I know I say that every week. Will kiss or Will X? Maybe send it as a kiss. Will with a kiss.
Maybe he's like the old member of Black Eyed Peas. Maybe he's gone from Will I Am to Will X.
Will X. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe he's been ditched.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very sorry, Will. About that.
Do you think he's in the music industry? Ex Black Eyed Peas employee.
He knows the next tune that's coming out before anybody else does.
I think he's heard.
He can tell you the order of the album before it comes out.
I think he can. Dave Goodyear says that we have to aim for 6 points from tonight and against Southampton. Super Stubbsy says that Spurs have been booed off at half-time. I wonder if Kane will get a nice send-off at full-time.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, interesting dynamic. Really interesting dynamic, actually.
As Tommy says, if West Brom are positive and attack us, we'll beat them. If they sit back with everyone behind the ball, we'll struggle again. This is the one slight positive. There's no point for West Brom sitting back. You've got fans on the ground now. You need to entertain them. That's true. Entertain them. What's the point of trying to grind out a 0-0 at home to West Ham when you've got nothing to play for? You've got home fans there who perhaps haven't even renewed their season ticket for next year. They're maybe not sure they want to watch Sam Allardyce football. Allardyce has got to convince them, come to the Hawthorns next season. This is the way we're going to play. We're going to rip up the Championship. Here you go. Here's a demonstration.
No, mate, you're absolutely right. Crazy Cam 2004. That's a long time to be crazy. So I think the West Brom's team will be very compact and tight. Maitland-Niles was a right wing back at Arsenal. So him at left midfield for West Bromwich Albion could drop back to left wing back if under the cosh.
Mikey says, very apprehensive, but think we will win it. Can't bear the thought of seeing a big, smug Allardyce. Did you see that, Gonzo, 9 years ago today, Allardyce, we won the playoff against Blackpool. Allardyce took us to the Premier League. 9 years later, obviously today, he's trying to stop us getting European football. Football's a funny game.
Yeah, he's got his own things to worry about. You know, nine years later, he takes the team down and gets them relegated. So I think that's more poignant, if you like.
Ben would like a birthday shout out.
Whose birthday is it, Ben? Whose birthday do you want us to shout out about?
You're so cruel. You are so... Well, Ben, from me, I hope you're having a lovely day. Happy birthday, Ben. And I'm sorry for my co-host here.
Ben, happy birthday, Ben. When you got rid of him, I was only warming up in my birthday. Congratulations.
It'll be his birthday finished by the time you get around.
Ben, where you gone? Come back. Happy birthday, Ben. We'll do it next year. Is it the same date next year? I'm sure it is.
Aaron999 says predictable 11. West Brom attack is quite blunt apart from Pereira, so I'm hoping we won't concede.
His birthday was in 1999.
And Jake says, how do you feel about Ben scoring his first goal? I don't think he's going to get a goal on his birthday.
Well, that would be a very nice birthday. Let's be perfectly honest.
That'd be a good present for him. A call up to West Ham.
It certainly would. It certainly would.
Do you know something? Do you think it genuinely though? Do you think it'll help Ben Rama finally getting his first goal? Almost forget confidence. It's almost like getting pressure off your shoulders a little bit. It was just last week he was speaking about how he wanting his first goal. He was hoping to have his first goal by now. He's got it now. I'm hoping that gives him a little bit more. It just takes pressure away.
He'll be invigorated. He'll be completely invigorated. He will be up for it, invigorated. feeling confident, full of himself. He'd be going for it. And why not? Why not? And that was a beautiful goal. No reason why he can't score that. People have been saying that all season. Once he gets one, the rest will follow. No reason to disbelieve that. And look, Pereira's a good guy. Let them worry about Benrahma. They can't. Now they've seen that. They can't just concentrate on Lingard all game, Gio. And if they do that, concentrate on Lingard, concentrate on Benrahma. Antonio is more than capable. He was a little bit quiet in the last one. Looked a little bit, not quite up to the standard. You get a full standard Antonio in this game, then he's going to cause them all sorts of bother.
Miggsy's not nervous. Crazy Cam says, just like me when trying to pool in the pub. I'm not sure what he's referring to, but he should have tuned into our show about 3-4 months ago. We had a lot of chat lines going on, didn't we?
Yeah, and what exactly is he trying to pull in the pub? Because you can't do that sort of thing. You just can't. You can't be pulling in the pub or any public place. Cam, do that at home.
I don't know. As long as he's socially distancing, I think it's all right.
I still think you can't do that. I think that's illegal.
If he's got a mask on, he's keeping it away, and he's used the gel. I think he's
gel. That's very posh, Geo.
Lube.
Gel.
Maybe that's what they're getting at the door of his pub. Maybe he's getting lube on his hand.
Maybe from the dispenser. Maybe it's just hand sanitizer. It's all very clean. That's the main thing.
Lou says nick the wife's tablet to watch this while her team lose to Villa. Oh, he's married to a Spurs fan.
Oh, yes. And he's stolen the iPad or whatever it is. And unless he means her medication, in which case, play fair.
I've just realised he's nicked her tablet to watch us.
So you are what? So this is technically an illegal stream, though. Really, you're watching on. You're breaking the law.
Basically, she's trying to talk to him about the Villa Tottenham game, and he's just chilling, watching me and you on her tablet.
Yeah, well, I'll steer clear. She's going to be grumpy.
Tell her she can tune in after the game on her own tablet and watch the review if she wishes.
She's going to be double grumpy because her team are losing and someone's stolen whatever it is, iPad.
Everett says if Benrahma performs the next 2 games to secure Europa League, will he go down as a success?
I don't think we'll go down if we win the next 2 games.
Depends if he goes to the same pub as Crazy Cam.
Absolutely. Someone's going down. Oh, dear.
This is the standard Can the build-up show.
This is why you tune in.
Right. Revo asks, can I get a link to the Patreon? Revo, the link in the description, and everyone else. It's in the description. You go to www.patreon.com/Hammers Chat. It's all there, and you can support the channel from £3.60 per month, all in. That includes VAT and all that good stuff. And you get more content.
Tax.
Yeah, you get the player ratings tonight if you subscribe to the lowest one. The more you go on. John A says, 9 years ago today, my daughter was born as I missed the playoff final. 9 years later, Tabitha will be watching with me as we get to
I think we'll go with Tabitha.
That.
I'm going to go with Tabitha. Happy birthday, Tabitha.
Hope she's having a good day.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. I am sure she is.
I hope you never got her a tablet for her birthday and then you nicked it off her.
I think John's stolen Tabitha's bike. Looking at the picture, John. I mean, it's her birthday. I hope you've got her a new bike because you've nicked her bike.
I think there was a bike in Crazy Cam's pub as well.
I wonder if Ben's birthday today. I wonder if Ben got a bike.
I don't know. Ben, let us know if you've got a bike.
And particularly let us know if you bought it of a guy called John and it was a green bike, because in which case he's nicked his daughter's Tabitha's bike and he's sold it.
Crazy Cam said he was referring to a comment when someone said we have to approach them hard, fast and confident. That's how he pools in the pub.
That's right.
He's not doing himself any favours.
You can't be Cam. You can't be meek and reserved about these things. Who was pulling in the pub earlier?
Crazy Cam.
Oh, blimey, of course, quite right too. Sorry, Cam. He's a busy boy. No wonder. Hard and fast and confident. He probably won't be pulling for long.
Rudy says, if you were Moyes, what would you be telling the players to do differently to ensure we can break West Brom down? Back to football, essentially. It was a nice distraction.
All right, Alan.
I bet you're fun at parties.
It's absolutely. Oh, he's
crazy calm.
We've steadily lowered the tone, and he's just raised it back up to sensible level.
Crazy calm. Not take Alan with him to wingman him.
No, absolutely. At the point where Crazy Cam is there, he's talking to the girl, it's all blowing, and Alan pops in and says, Do you realise that David Moyes statistically produces more crosses than any other manager in the Premier League?
Can you believe this, Crazy Cam? I went to the bar and they do not have salt and vinegar crisps.
Absolutely. So I've got cheese and onion and bacon frazzles, which evidently is the only flavour that the frazzle comes in.
And when I asked for crisps, they asked if Pringles were sufficient. Pringles are crisp.
I want potato. I want a potato chip. If I ask for a crisp, I want a potato chip and I want a corn snack.
Wait, what was the question?
Look, cross it over to Soucek to nod it in, Alan. All right, that's what we got to do.
That's the one. Right, what's your thing? What's the do you know thing?
My thing, dancing. Really, dancing.
Your do you know what? I'll keep it for later. What was it?
Dawson. Oh, sorry, no N. Dorso is going to score today.
Oh, so you're doing you heard it here first.
Yeah,
okay, we've got 2 minutes. Yeah. 2 minutes.
In fact, Antonio with no N's is Antonio.
Mark Obel.
Okay.
It's time for you heard it here first in the live chat. Get your predictions in for what's going to happen in the game, and if it does happen, you can come back and say, "I told you." You heard it here first. So Gonzo's going for Craig Dawson is going to score a header this evening. I'm not sure what I'll go for. I'll say we will concede first, but win the game.
Oh,
I'll say that.
Anyone else?
I'll say we'll be losing at half-time as well. 1-0 down at half-time.
1-0 down at half-time and go on to win. That
yes, basically, we're all going to have a meltdown for a good half hour before we make it 1-1.
I like it.
Chris says that Soufal won't go a 1-1 draw. Do you think Soufal's going to score a goal this season? He's only got 2. I actually genuinely really want to see Soufal score a goal. There you go. Adam says Soufal's going to get his first West Ham goal on his way to Ham of the Year, 1-0 win. Soufal to score. There's a lot of love for Soufal scoring.
Sorry, I was distracted.
In his own goal. It's all right. Eric says that Fernandez will do an overhead kick goal.
Oh. Well, he try an overhead kick, he'll miss it and hurt his back as he falls down.
Steve says, brilliant show, guys. Thanks for making my evening. No problem, Steve.
Happy birthday, Steve. Do you want to buy a bike?
Alan says,
what's Steve without an N?
I'll give you that one. 10 out of 10 for that one. Ben to score the winner on his birthday. I can't really call him. That's Alan trying to bring banter.
You old tinker, Alan, you old maverick.
We've already dismissed your banter, Alan. You can't try and bring on that. And adding 2 laughing emojis doesn't make it funny.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll calmly applaud him because that's as lively as I get. It's not that
I'm glad you laughed twice because that was stipulated.
Big Sam to run out of chewing gum. Do you think? What minute do you think we will get to see Allardyce doing the whole?
What do you think happens? What do you think happens? You both look like you could get out in the you could both get out in the sun a bit. To be fair, looking at the pair of you, but just saying, tomorrow's raining. By the way, maybe the day after. I wonder what happens to Big Sam when he runs out of gum. Is it like a car with petrol or something like that? No one wants to see that.
I think he has plenty.
Maybe he cups his. Maybe he keeps it behind his ear. That's why he cups his ear.
Possibly. Do you know what would annoy me? Being the person who's got to pick it all up later, because he just throws it out, doesn't he?
He doesn't care.
I know. Someone's got to go get that.
They have. But do you know what? If he was called Sam Allardyce, they wouldn't actually mind. It's only the fact that he's northern that they don't like picking up the chewing gum.
No, I'm okay with that. Anyway, it's score prediction time. Get your score predictions in. What are you going for, Gonzo?
I went for 0-0, didn't I?
You're staying with 0-0?
I think I am.
Right, Alan, 2-0. 1-0 says Kev. Alfie says 4-0 West Ham. Stephen without the N says 2-0 West Ham. Dave says 3-1 West Ham. 3-0. Soufal to score a goal is 16-1.
Just to score a goal. Yeah, for a reason. I'd imagine, Robert.
He's about 66-1 to score the first goal of the game. That's about 60. Do you see Sam Johnson, right? This is where, say our interest in Sam Johnson is genuine and true. That geezer could stop us getting in Europa League and join us in the summer. I mean, how West Ham would that be?
I wouldn't sanction the deal. I'll tell him I'd do something dodgy. Yeah, you want a job, son. You want a job.
You better do a howler.
Absolutely.
We want to see, like, if Antonio's through and goal, you just got to take him out, kind of. They literally just come out, bang him, no doubt about it. Pen. Hopefully, Antonio doesn't stay on his feet like Bamford, otherwise you don't get pens for that. Crazy Cam says 2-2.
He said a lot, Crazy Cam, today.
Dallas is 1-1. Mix is 3-1. Chris is 1-1. Everybody's going for a big win or a draw. 3-0, 4-0. Okay, Irish Tommy's 2-0. Alan says 0-0. Oh, of course you would, Alan.
Alan. Actually, I can't say anything. I predicted 0-0.
3-0, 3-0, 1-1, 4-0, 3-1. Jake says 2-0. Another Jake says 2-1. Duvet Dancer says 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 3-1, 2-0, 5-1. Anyway, right, that's enough score predictions. A lot of
you did well to read all those out so quickly.
Lewis saying, can we sign Martinez? So I assume Martinez is having a good game for Villa.
Keeper for Villa, right? Is he Arsenal's keeper?
He was Arsenal's keeper. They signed him for 20 million.
Oh, okay.
It's just as a quick one. It's currently, with about 5-10 minutes to play, it's Tottenham 1, Villa 2. And with a bit less time than that to play, it's Everton 1, Wolves 0.
To put Gonzo at ease, I haven't been on the pool and I haven't had a chance because I've been at home for the last 2 years after a bone marrow transplant. Now that is an inappropriate smiley. But, well, do you know what, actually? I take it he wasn't the donor. I know that the guy 3 doors down, actually was a bone marrow donor. We wish you well, Crazy Cam. You've got your spirits, my friend, and I wish you a remarkably successful convalescence, my friend.
Anyway, it's time for me and Gonzo to go. You're sticking with 0-0. I'm going to stick with 2-1 West Ham, I think. So you don't go anywhere though, because we've got Watchalong starting in just 1 second on this very stream. You don't have to change streams or anything like that. And then we've got a review immediately at full time. Gonzo, I'll catch you in a bit.
I will. You will. We will.
Thank you, Geo. Thank you, Gonzo. Thank you, Stuart Morris Accountants, for sponsoring the Watchalongs. Once again, you need financial needs, personal, business, whatever you need, based in Ilford, hooked up with us because a West Ham fan gave us the shout. Get involved. Stuart Morris Accountants, ladies and gentlemen. And hello, everyone. Get involved in the Watchalong. Good to see you all. I hope you're all well. We've got 2 games left. 2 games left. And I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel sort of like mildly confident, but at the same time, if I'm being honest, I don't think I should be. Charlie, unmute. I know I'm not muted because Geo and Gonzo aren't having a go at me, which is usually what happens. So, I know I'm all right. I can, Forge from Ryan's, I can recommend you a decent account. It's Stuart Morris, based in Ilford. Get involved. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to Forge from Ryan's yet, of course, you should. How are we all? On a scale of 1 to 10, let's get it going. Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm not confident at all, 10 being I'm the most confident I can be for a West Ham result tonight. How confident are you that West Ham will get a result with 2 games left? 2 games left. European football within touching distance. How are you? Paul says, hello, Charlie, come on, your eyes. How do you feel confident? This is what I mean. I'm not sure. I sort of feel like I should be because, to be honest with you, West Brom are down. They're buried. They haven't looked very good all season. Sometimes they've had a game where they've looked unreal, but the rest of the time they've looked kind of dead. So my brain's going, do you know what? I should be confident for this game. It's just that we have this bad run of form going that's making me feel a little bit iffy. But I still feel confident enough that we're going to get a result. And I think a lot of people are sort of in and around. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Daniel, and Goalkeeper as well. I can see you all. Chuck, good to see you as well. 822 7.94637994. I think I got that right. 8689. Good to see you, West Ham Unofficial. Another great West Ham channel. If you haven't subscribed, of course, subscribe to Jake. Does big things. Luke Legend 667. Normally I go 6, but today is an 8. I think there's a lot of confident or personal feelings too. Fair. I think there's a. That's what I mean. There's a lot of confidence, but but I'm not seeing much. Okay, Charlie's rocking up here with a 4. A solid 8, 3-0 West Ham, 7.5. There's a lot of there's not a lot of jeopardy. People aren't terrified of this game, not like usual. Sometimes we come into this and sometimes it's a game, especially when you're in a bad run of film where it's like, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world. We're going to lose. Whereas right now, there's not a huge amount. 5 down West Ham. See, that's like the lowest. Okay, well, as I said, that's the lowest. Alex Stepp comes in straight away, 1. Hopefully, Alex, we can go against that. A 1 is low. A 1 is low. Eric, hi Charlie, how are you? I'm good, thank you, Eric. How are you? I'm all right. I've just eaten a quarter pounder. So my stomach's on a wave, which we'll get over. But I have a lot of water to get through, so we'll see how that goes. Charlie, should I move if his Spurs finish above us? Maybe just for like a week or something. Just to get out. Do you know what I mean? Just avoid the situation. Try not to have a big old issue, because do you know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's one of those things where you don't want the stress. Of course, Casey's wife supports Tottenham. If you didn't know. Good to see you, Mike. How are things up north? How are you doing? I'm well, thank you. I hope you're well up north. Hope things are all going well. Big game tonight. It's a huge game. Huge game. One I'm actually very excited to see. I wouldn't have classed myself as excited to see a Sam Allardyce team managed by someone that wasn't West Ham, and even then, most of the time, wasn't excited to see a Sam Allardyce team. Yet somehow today, there's something happening. There's something happening in the back of my mind. Do you know what I mean? As Foshizi says, everyone, if you're new around here, subscribe, like the video if you enjoy it. We've got a lot of stuff coming. We've been live almost every game this season. I think we've only missed one. I think we've only missed one watch along, and that's because I had to do work. But we've been live every single game this season. And next season, that might be happening again. We don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not going to promise soon. Maybe some Euro stuff. Again, I don't want to promise too soon. That'll be conversations for next week. But we'll be live tonight, and we'll be live tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sunday as well for the main event, the big finale to the season. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Click that little bell icon so you're aware. And hey, patreon.com/HammersChat. That's the thing you can look at as well. Links in the description. Have a little gander. See what's going on. See what you think. Lots of bonus content there. That's what I'm saying. Dean, good to see you. Luke Legend, come live with me, Gatesy. I have 2 shares. One's yours, mate. There you go. Love the vibe you love to see on the watch alongs. People helping out each other in times of need when their wives support Tottenham. Good to see you, Clips. How are you? Another great channel if you haven't subscribed to. Clips released an absolute banger this week. Asking 100 streamers to say, come on your own. It's a good scientific video. You know what I mean? Not none of this silly nonsense like a watch along or anything. Like a good, just big scientific vibe. Yeah. And there you go. Stream links are available in the Discord. If that's something you're looking for, to watch the actual game, because of course we don't show it on this screen, because basically you see YouTube, they'll come and kill us. So if we did do that. So if you go to the Discord, link in the description below, you can click, you can join. It's completely free. And then thank you to Ginge and AFA16, of course, for getting that done, getting those links up, and that might be useful to you. Have a gander. Alex Stepp, got a few mates at the game, gonna love it. Jay Lings, do the old Pied Piper to them, but just think we'll struggle to break them down. We've come up against teams we should struggle to break down before, and we've done it. I'm thinking specifically about Burnley, for example. Burnley should have been a side we struggled to break down, and yet somehow we managed to do that quite successfully. We could do that. That's something we can do today. So we have the right people on the pitch. I mean, if you don't know the lineups, we'll go through them very quickly now. West Ham lineup as such: Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Ogbonna, Rice, Soucek, Fornals, Ben Rama, and Lingard, with Antonio up front. Like that is a lineup good enough to break down. And we talk about West Brom's defense, for example. One of the things you get on the Patreon is you get the ability to watch Geo's tactics videos. He does tactics videos before every game, breaks down the teams. I use them to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. West Brom lineup with Johnston, Furlong, Ajay, Bartley, Townsend, Yoku Slu, Gallagher, Maitland-Niles, Phillips, Pereira, Kanu. As Geo said in that video, that defense, not stellar. So although they're going to make it hard, although they're going to be hard to break down, they're going to sit deep. we have the players on the pitch to be able to break them down. Ben Rama, Fornals, Lingard, Antonio, they can break that team down. And I'm sort of semi-confident it's going to happen. Semi-confident. I want to be able to see your mate see a Pied Piper. Alex is what I'm saying. I'm getting a message through from Geo right now that says looks like Fabianski's been injured, taking a goal kick in the warm-up, and Randolph will now start. So there you go. We'll have to change the lineups. The lineup is no longer this. Randolph. Now, I don't know that for certain yet. This is what Geo's just messaged me. So we'll see if that comes to pass. He knows more than I do. I am but a mere idiot. So it would be Randolph, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Rice, Soucek, Fornals, Ben Rama, Lingard, Antonio. So there you go. There you go. Does that make you more or less confident? That's something I need to see. We've got a lot of cheering in the chat because I think Spurs have lost. I think Tottenham have lost. Yes, Villa, Spurs, done a Spursy. Okay, good times in the chat, everyone. Tottenham Hotspur, I've officially lost a football match. What a time to be alive. I just need to let me just double check what's going on. Villa have beaten Spurs. Yeah, we need just 4 points to secure Europa League football. 4 points, that makes this game even bigger. Even bigger. It was big before, but it makes it even bigger now. Spurs have lost. We need just 4 points. 4 points. That's all we need for Europa League, people. That's all we need. Lots of hype. And Woody Allen, good to see you, my friend. Tom Clark from Football London has confirmed the Fabianski moves. So Fabianski is out. Fabianski is not playing today. He has got injured in the warm-up, meaning it will be Randolph starting. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. We've got Tottenham losing. We've got Fabianski getting injured. What scenes? What scenes? The European dream. Sean Scullion says the European dream was fun. 8 for us. Fab injured. I mean, okay, this is something that's right. So this is something I need to ask you, right? For a moment, actually, before we do that, we did this last week with Chelsea. We'll do it this week with Tottenham. Let's all just take a moment to really enjoy the fact Tottenham lost. Let's just all take a moment, take a brief minute. You can do what you want. You can laugh, you can cheer, you can punch, do whatever you want. I'm gonna keep it respectful and just think about it mentally. But let's just for a moment, let's think about Tottenham losing. What a situation. What a situation. Now we need to ask the question. Does Fabianski being out and Randolph coming in make you significantly more nervous? Obviously, Randolph isn't as good a goalkeeper as Fabianski. We don't need to say that. That's an obvious thing. But how much more nervous is that making you? Is that making you change your score prediction? Is that making you change your confidence? How's your vibe going into it? Personally, with me, I'm still pretty confident. I think Randolph is a capable goalkeeper. I think it obviously makes us a little bit more susceptible. But honestly, it doesn't change me a huge amount. Not a huge amount. Miggsy says I'll drop my 8 to a 7.5. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe. It does make me a little bit less confident, but not to such an outrageously large extent. I'm more nervous now, but we'll win 3-2. Happy place. Fab out. No, unfortunately, yes, James. Randolph will step off. Randolph can do a job. Fabianski injury doesn't worry me too much. I couldn't see West Brom having loads of chances. Anyway, the game will come down to our ability to score, says Alan. I think that's a great shout, to be fair to you, mate. I think you should be here is what I'm saying. You should be in my place because that's just basically, Sean says, I'm Irish, so love Randolph. He's championship quality at best. Fair. I think Randolph's probably, I don't know. It's hard to judge goalkeepers because obviously when you're a second choice goalkeeper, you basically get no chance until you get the chances. But when he was the first time Randolph was here, I thought he was very good. And hopefully we get that. My problem with Randolph is he always seems to start slow. And then after a lot of games, gain momentum, gain speed and gain traction. But that initial games, he seems to start slow. That's my concern with it. But I think he's an all right goalkeeper. I don't know whether I'd say championship or premiership. I don't know. I find that hard to judge. But certainly I think he's okay. Randolph did okay at City. I'm okay with it. 8 out of 10, says Jordan Knight. 7.2 down from a 7.5. Randolph last minute winner. Big Allison vibes. Was Allison who did that? I think it was. Back four have a bigger job now. That's a good point, Harry. They definitely do. Goalkeeper situation, not an issue, to be honest. That's Martin. Okay, so again, we're lowering 69. Nice. We're lowering confidence, but not by a huge amount. Not by a huge amount. Any goalkeepers on the bench? Maybe two. I don't know if there's anyone else in the squad around, but Randolph, Diop, Balbuena, Johnson, Fredericks, Noble, Bowen, Yarmolenko, Odebeck, who was the bench. Obviously, Randolph starting means we will have no goalkeepers on the bench, which to go from 2 to none is madness. That's madness. However, I don't know if we have Trot or Martin about. Can they get involved? I don't know. We'll see. Hate Randolph as a person. That's kind of my vibe, Eric. I don't like talking about. I would rather he leave West Ham for personal reasons, but which is a shame because the Irish part of me loved him, and the part who just appreciates a good beard loved him as well. But obviously, what happened at Middlesbrough was the thing. Major 85. What happened to Fabianski this time? According to Geo, who's messaged me, it says he got injured taking a goal kick in the warm up. So that's a thing. Snoddy not on the bench. That's a great shout, mine. I'd completely forgot Snodgrass had moved to West Brom, but yeah, he's not on the bench, is he? He's not on the bench because, of course, West Brom lineup again. If you're unaware, Johnston, Furlong, Ajay, Bartley, Townsend, Yoku, Slew, Gallagher, Maitland-Niles, Phillips, Pereira, Robson, Carney, with a West Brom bench of Button, Peltier, O'Shea, Gardner, Hickman, King, Robinson, Dean Garner, Grant, Diak. So yeah, you're right. No Snodgrass. A shame. I don't know is he injured, Revo? That makes sense. I just would have liked to see him, to be honest. I've always liked Snodgrass. Even the first season when everyone hated him, I was like, he's a good lad. He's a good lad. FIFA says Randolph is a very good backup. Doesn't do anything stupid. Won't make a mistake. Probably not have the ability of Fab, but won't make a mistake. Fair. I'm relatively confident in him. He's not the worst. Not the worst. Chris Carson, hello. Charlie, hello. Good to see you, Chris. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Where are we at? Can we secure some type of European football tonight? I'm not sure, Blur. I've sort of been in the last sort of 2 weeks or so. I've been in the stage of whatever happens. I'm not trying to think about too many different permutations. I believe. Don't quite let me know, people, because 7th now gets Europa Conference League. If we win, do we get 7th? Confirmed? I'm not sure. The chat will have to tell you. The chat will have to tell you. This is a sign I've never seen pop up before. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue with Facebook, guys. If you're watching on Facebook, please come and join us over on the YouTube channel because apparently it's struggling. I don't know if you can see this. Good luck. Go over to YouTube. I apologize, YouTube. That was stress. That was just a thing. Never seen pop up before. Just telling me everything was bad. Who knows? Jamie Green, evening Charlie, hope you're well, brother. In short, I wondered if I brought a Declan Rice tee from the Hammers chat. Could it be signed by you so I can have it in my bar? Well, first of all, hello, it's Jamie Green. Good to speak to you. Good to see you here. Speaking to you as well, I guess. I don't know. I tell you what, email happychat@gmail.com. Speak to Geo about it. Geo will be able to, if we can get it sorted, we will. Obviously, we live in 3 completely different parts of the country as to everyone who's there's never been people in Hampshire who've lived close together. So have a little speak to Geo, see what he can do. Potentially not. But if you're ever at a game or whatever, I'm sure Geo and Gonzo will sign it and whatnot. You know what I mean? But yeah, email hammerchat@gmail.com. I think the thing's in the description. And have a little question. Enjoy it. I made the little cross irons on it. That was me. Geo told me what to do. I just pressed the buttons, but take the credit when I can get it. Right, we're 11 minutes away from kickoff. 11 minutes away from kickoff now. Boothammer, good to see you. Here's a good time. Where are you watching from today? Where are you in the world? I'm coming from a sort of a balmy-ish North London. Not a bad. Sometimes it's a bit offy. Sometimes it's been raining. Sometimes of late. But yeah, have a look. Where are we at? Where are you in the world? Let me know. Where is it? I saw something schizo. Anyone else having problems with Discord? My links aren't updating. Still showing Everton links. I'm not sure, Skits, but have a little ask. After 16, the boy Ben or Ginge. They should be around in the Discord. I'm not sure. I never get time to check on match days. Do you know what I mean? I'm always doing 15,000 other things. 15,000 other things. Right, the chat's going wild because I've asked about locations, things you love to see, things you love to ski. There was something I wanted to. Harry, yes, sorry, I did see you post it, mate, but I got distracted by 15,000 things. We haven't at all. We haven't at all. As Fo said, wherever it was, I've stayed to. Go check it out. Doing bits on the FIFA scene. You know. Sorry, I kept getting distracted. I kept seeing you post it, and I was getting distracted every time. I apologize. Where are we at? I can take it signed from Rice if that's okay. Listen, again, he's been on the channel, so he's basically part of furniture at this point, so we can probably make it work. We can't. That's a lie. Watford, Boston, Trinidad, Jamie Green. Hope we can sort something out at least. Trinidad, what? Seeing Seattle, somewhere I want to come. Rainy as well. Would love is Seattle as rainy as I think it is? In my head, it's really rainy. Ireland, Antwerp, Falmouth, New Zealand, Jimmy Moore, Barnet, Benfleet, Sweden, sunny Belfast, Surbiton, Surrey. I didn't even know that was a place. Have I heard of Surbiton? Is that even how you pronounce it? I think I might have, but sorry, shout out. Sweden, Essex, Perth, Australia, Perth, Western Australia. Yeah, Rhodes, good to see you, Steve. Hope you're well. I can imagine it's hot. The Bahamas, Leytonstone, of course. Astrid fair. Teapot, good to see. Where else we at? Scroll. Nashville, Tennessee, sunny Shadwell Heath. Randolph to score an injury time header. You'd love to see it. Towson, Maryland. Shout out. I love cookies. Do you know what I mean? As always, Charlie, sunny Taiwan. Good to see you, Andy. Glad you've got sunshine. Glad someone has. The fine city of Norwich. Shout out Norfolk. Do you know what I mean? Shout out Norfolk. Shout out Grant Holt. Dion Dublin. Robert Snodgrass. Ploin in Germany. Someone I know moved to Germany 2 years ago. There's no more story there. That's all we've got. Acton. The bit of the Piccadilly line where it goes really fast and it starts bouncing. What a bit of Piccadilly line that is. I haven't done that route in many a year. I need to get back on it. North Dagenham, Deal, Kent. Lots of amazing places. I love that question just because it's just this mad to think there's someone sitting in the Bahamas, Leytonstone, and then someone also in like Sweden, and then someone in like Greece and Taiwan and this place and that place. Like, it's just wild to think about. This is a must-win game for Europe. So we need 4 points. This is how it breaks down. We need 4 wins. We need 4 points to get the Europa League. Good to see you, Kieran. I hope you're well. I want the Willian to set our new points record. This is another great point, Crazy Cam. This is going to be hype. We have 4 points left, right? Trot on the bench. Thank you, Luke Legend. That is what I was wondering if that was a thing that was going to happen. I appreciate it. We have 4 points now to get the Europa League, something that I would love. AFAS 32, Harry Parker, go check it out. It's huge. Whether it's a win here or win against Southampton, this is obviously the easier game to win, right? This is obviously the easier game to win. So we want to get those 3 points. Now, however, if it's a case of we only get a draw here and then we get a win Southampton, that's fine as well. Look, when it comes to score predictions, which I'm about to ask you for in the chat, I really don't care. As long as we get the win today, I'm more than happy. I don't want to go into that game thinking against Southampton, thinking we need to get 3 points, because that's going to put a lot of pressure, and there's going to be more fans. There's going to be fans in stadiums. There's going to be a lot of pressure in that game already. I don't want to go into that game thinking, oh my God, we really, really need to get Always welcome to Nashville. Plenty of room here, mate. Well, I'll consider it. I would love to. Do you know what? Nashville's another place I would love to go, to be fair. I don't want to go into that game thinking we need to get 3 points because it's going to be hell. It's going to be massively, massively problematic if that's the case because there's going to be a lot of pressure and there's going to be a lot of disappointment if it doesn't happen for the fans who come back to the stadium. I would love to go into that game with minimal pressure, meaning 3 points today would do us solid. And to be honest with you, we should be more than capable of doing it. Let's be real about it. We should be more than capable of doing it, right? If we're being honest about it. Sitting outside of Tesco Express and Golders Green, what better place is there? What better place is there to watch it? Do you know what I mean? A sunny day in Norwich. Do you know what I mean? Just a sunny day in Norwich. Just a sunny day in Norwich, Mikel Antonio. I'll never forget it. It was a lovely day in Norwich. I don't want to go into it thinking, oh my God, we need a result. I don't want to go into it thinking, oh my God, there's all these pressures on us. I want us to have minimal pressure in that game. And that's the idea. So today is the day. Today is the winnable game. Today is the winnable fixture. And that's what we should be doing. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff. Before we get, I will ask you, actually, do you know what? Score predictions. Let's get it going right now. What are your score predictions? Before I give mine, I'll say this. Subscribe. If you're new around here, of course, we have one more watch along after this to go. We've got 2 left. We've got today's one, which will be live from now all the way through till the end of the game. We'll be here all the way through the first half time, all the way to the second half. And at the end of the game, we'll be live just for a little bit while Geo sets up the live review with him and Gonzo, of which you can all go and watch. I'll spam the link in the chat so you don't even have to do any work whatsoever. You'll just be able to see it. Just be able to pre it, bang, click on it, and there we go. Right, so stick around. And we, of course, have the review. And then Sunday, Super Slam. You know what I mean? We will have the final watch along of the season for the potential to get into Europe. Imagine the scenes. Imagine the scenes when we'll all be hanging out here as we get into European football. I don't know, but you're not going to want to miss that. So make sure you subscribe, click that little bell icon, and hey, like the video if you're new around here, get involved. We do this every single match day. We've only missed one this season as far as I can remember. And that's because I had to work. So I literally had no choice in the matter. Otherwise, we've been here doing our thing. And hey, patreon.com/HammersChat. It helps an immense amount. Links in the description. Click on it. Go have a gander. And once more, if you don't know the lineups, Randolph comes in for Fabianski, who got injured in the warm-up. Kufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Rice, Soucek in the double pivot behind Fornals, Benrahma, and Lingard, with Antonio leading the line. West Brom lineup as such: Johnston, Furlong, Ajay, Bartley, Townsend, Yokuslu, Gallagher, Maitland-Niles, Phillips, I say that wrong every time, Pereira, and Robson Kanu for West Brom. Let's check out these score predictions. While we look at some of yours, I'll say this. I'm confident. I actually genuinely am. There is something inside me that just makes me think we have this game. We've shown that we have the ability to come back against adversity before. We've shown we have the ability to really make other teams work before, especially teams that sit deep. Usually we've been bad at that. But look at Burnley. Burnley weren't good enough. We stepped to them, and this West Brom side is not good enough. That's why they're going straight back down. There's no reason for them. There's no reason for us to think, oh my God, they're an incredible side. It's going to be a problem. No, I think we have what it takes to win this. All it takes is the team to turn up. All it takes is the team to have big plays. Enjoy the drive home, Rebecca, and hopefully you're correct in your presumptions. All we need is them to turn up. And to be honest with you, I think they're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. I think we can't, after the last couple of games, we can't have another performance like that. The team will know it. David Moyes will know it. And that makes me confident. I think it's going to happen. Faux consistency as usual. You love to see it. The day you don't do that is the day I'm most concerned. Good to see you, GP, as well. 2-1 says West Ham official, for example. 2-0. He thought it was before the Fabianski injured. And that's fine. That is a concern. That is a concern. I'm not going to act like it isn't. However, what I will say is this. I'm going to say 2-0 West Ham. They're not unreal. I think it's going to happen. But I can't lie to you, I will take the worst 1-0 victory you've ever seen in your life. Because if that happens, that means we only need 1 point to get European football. And that's all I want. That's all I need at this point. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. I'll take scrappy 1-0 wins all day, all night. Not fast. You know, just as long as it happens. Revo, I'm off to watch the TV. Catch you next time. Good to see you, Revo. Thank you for coming. And hey, if you're going to watch the match now, it's about to kick off. I'll let you know when it kicks off on my stream on the Now TV app, which is the way I watch it, which is why it's so flipping slow. The Now TV app. I don't know why it's so slow. I literally pay for it. But there we go. That's life. If you're off to watch the game, thank you very much for coming. Enjoy yourself. I hope you're all right. There are streams available, of course, in the Discord, as Foshizi says. And I'll let you know when I kick off on my stream, just so you know how far behind I am. It'll probably be about a minute and a half because the world, it hates me. It hates me. There we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm nervous. I am nervous. But I'm hyped. It's one of those games where, look, I can't act like I'm not bricking it. I can't act like I'm not bricking it a little bit because I am. But at the same time, come on. Come on. Thank you, Chris. Enjoy the game as well. Everyone, and listen, everyone, if you're here still, enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Let's hope we have good times about. Harry, he doesn't do stuff with Ham Chat anymore, basically. So he's off doing his own thing. He's off doing his own thing. But next season, what I'll say, I don't know again. I don't know what's going to happen with the watch-alongs next season. That's something we'll think about in future reference. The players have taken a knee. There may be some stuff like that happening. Not with Tom or with anyone specific. I don't know the actual specifics, but we'll see what happens. It's just I've got ideas in my head for the watch along in the future. West Brom have kicked off. It's weird to hear fans in the ground. It's West Brom versus West Ham United, the second last game, match day 37 of the 2020-21 season. Oh my God, we're almost there, people. We've almost powered our way through. Fans are back in the ground. A good start would be preferable. A good start would be preferable. I'm seeing the word penalty in the chat. I'm seeing the word penalty. I've not got it on my screen yet. I'm seeing the word penalty. Antonio's through on goal. This is where it happens, I assume. Him and Johnston collide. And the referee points to the spot. Right, I can't look at the chat now. I've seen the word pen. I've seen there's a penalty. I can no longer look at the chat. I have to just watch what happens on the screen. No spoilers. No spoilers. I wonder who's going to take it. Look, okay, this is an unreal start from us. If we can score this pen, this is literally the perfect start. The perfect start. On the counter-attack, a horrendous back pass. I'm not sure who from West Brom's back line. I don't know. I think it may be Bartley. I'm not sure. No, Bartley's the one who comes in and tries to stop Antonio. Antonio then bundles into Johnston, who just crumbles. I mean, the amount of clumsiness there is unreal. A goal here would start us beautifully. Beautifully. Here we go. Moving these things around. So I think it's Rice to step up. Rice to step up. Captain. I'm nervous. I can't lie to you. I'm nervous. Johnston's bouncing. Rice steps up. Hits it. Base of the post. He's missed. He's missed. The home fans go wild. West Ham maintain possession of the ball. Ben Rama can't get there. Post note to Clips. Yeah, everyone let Clips know there's been a post here. It's gonna be a fast starting video tonight, Clips. Oh my God. For goodness sake. I'm behind two, having to resort to watching my telescope names through TV. Yeah, man, it's stress. He hits it well. Declan Rice takes a good pen. He strikes it solidly towards the bottom left-hand corner, and it hits off the base of the post. And it's not even the inside of the post; it's just the edge of it, and comes flying straight back out again. A perfect start ruined a little bit there, but we got to pick ourselves up now. Look, West Brom already creating problems for themselves. Johnston giving away that penalty, to be honest with you, it was light, but it was one of those ones where you're like, well, yeah, it just is a penalty. Antonio running through one-on-one. They basically just collide in the most calamitous way, clumsy way possible. Antonio goes down. It's a pen. And then the pass back, I don't know who it was, which West Brom defender it was. One of them who tried to just pass the ball back when it was on the line. It was going out for a throw-in. I don't know what possessed them to do it, and yet they did. However, it's a look, it shows that they're there to be got at. They're going to be nervous right now. They've gotten away with a little bit of something there with Rice missing that penalty. Hopefully now we can step up. We can step up again, really put them under pressure, because they're not going to want that right now. Ben Rama collects the ball off Declan Rice. Does well, finds Jesse Lingard out on the left-hand side. Antonio drifts out to the left. Again, Antonio, stay central, my G. West Ham playing the ball around on the left-hand side. Lingard, Ben Rama's just to the inside of him. Plays it instead across all the way to Soucek. Switch to play. Kufal on the right. 1-2 with Fornals. Doesn't quite work out. And a sarcastic cheer. I'll tell you what, it might be a sarcastic cheer against West Ham, taking the mick out of West Ham's play. But it's just nice to hear. It's just nice to hear, isn't it? I can't lie. Just fans. Good to hear it. We're seeing replays of the penalty there. I'll be honest with you. It's so clumsy. Like the whole thing, Antonio's run, the way he taps it way too far ahead of himself, the deflected bounce off Johnston. It's all just clumsy. It's all just clumsy. United will drop interest in Rice now because they're pen merchants. Listen, they've got enough pen takers there. I'll tell you what. Can I give my heart palpitations a break today? No, we're all Adam Frankel today. We are all Adam Frankel today. Noble, he is not very truly on. When it comes to pens, that's the boy you want. Maitland-Niles through. Well, not through, but he's down the left-hand side. He tries to hit it across. No one there. Stress. Mr. Moyes has turned up. Good to see you, David. Antonio, I'm looking at you on the screen as well at the same time. Good to see you. Let you know you're here. I flash it up really quickly because I'm scared that the Premier League are going to come and kill us, because my lord, are they trigger happy with the old black blaps. Antonio looking a bit too excited, mate. Vladimir's come in and said Yarmo is the best player in West Ham for the last 20 years. Dimitri Payet, among others. Listen, I like Yarmolenko. I think Yarmolenko is a very good player, but that's a stretch for me. At least it wasn't an attempt at Panenka. Well, silver linings. It's so weird hearing fans. I can't deal with it right now. It's just odd. It's just odd. It was a bit like off, you know what I mean? Hearing like a polite clap as the West Brom defense stopped West Ham from getting forward. It's just odd to hear. I'm not used to it. It also makes it so abundantly clear how bad fake crowd noises are when you hear stuff like this. It's just a completely different vibe. All things Leeds. Ed, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Again, I say this every time Ed turns up. If you're looking for Leeds content, and you probably should, because we're going to face him twice next season. All things Leeds. Ed does things. You know what I mean? Hope you're well, Ed. Hope you're well. How do we feel about the Arnautovic, Payet? Yeah. Noble bad? You bad, football pros. You bad. Noble good. Dean and Blondie, as a Baggies fan, I hope West Ham win and jump up the table, as my Baggies don't benefit from this match. Appreciate it, Dean. Dean, as a West Brom fan, how do you feel about the West Brom lineup? How do you think the game's going to go today? I'd love to know. We have had a pen Equex. I'm going to figure out how to say this now. Now I feel it's the time. EQX. EQX? If it's equal, but with X, EQX. EQX is how I'm going to go. We have had a pen. Rice missed it. Hit the post. Hit the post. Hit the base of the left-hand post. Ed, I suspect this is a banger, so I'm just going to read it without even looking. Just found out that my barber was arrested for selling drugs. I've been a customer of his for years, and I didn't know he cut hair. There you go. There you go. Barnstormer. Ed's already on it. Noble, no bad. Noble, good. Noble, good. Noble, no bad. How dare you? West Ham will win 2-1. This game says S Honcho. That was a common prediction. 2-1. We didn't do flipping sub bingo. Ladies and gentlemen, sub bingo is the game where we decide when David Moyes will make his first substitution. Randolph Fabianski doesn't count. What minute will it be and who will it be for? I will pull up the subs bench for you. Here you go. It is now Martin, Diop, Balbuena, Johnson, Fredericks, Noble, Bowen, Yarmolenko, Odebeku. I'm saying it will be Jared Bowen for Mikhail Antonio in the 69th minute. That's my bet. That's my bet. What is your sub bingo? Let me know. Let me know. It's weird seeing Sam Allardyce. Do you know what Sam Allardyce, right? What a just pointless man he is. 65 minutes burn for Ben Rama, says Duvet Dancer. I think that's a fair point. You know. Soucek had a great pen record at Slavia. Why isn't he on them? It's a good question. I don't know. Well, I mean, Declan this season's taken more and more set pieces. So it was interesting to see him rock up. We can't lie. It was interesting. 69, nice. Thank you, Cool Panda. You know how I roll. 74th minute, Johnson for Crest. That's interesting. Carries cam, actually. I don't think it's impossible that there isn't a formation change in this game. I will say that. Benefit for Brahma, 73rd minute. Nobes on for Rice, 59th minute. Fat Sam is twonk. Strongly agree. 74 minutes, it'll be Bowen because he's crap compared to the others. Bowen's not on the pitch. So you're saying he's going to come on because he's bad? Or are you saying... Let's break this down. Let's break this down. Bowen for Antonio, 65th minute. People saying Benny. We'll see. Let's find out what happens together. West Ham playing the ball around nicely. Good link-up play. Lingard out to Cresswell. Ben Rama, who's drifted out onto the left. Back to Rice. Lingard towards the centre of the pitch. Lays it off to Soucek, who's always got huge amounts of space ahead of him. Out to Soufal. By the corner flag. Puts it in. Back post. Floats over everyone. West Brom deal with it about as well as you'd expect a team to get relegated to. Ben Rama. Ooh, Ben Rama. Ooh. Here's a little fizzer. Fizzer from outside the area. It's one of those ones where it's, you know? And it requires Sam Johnston to tip it over. Whether or not it would go in or hit the bar or what, Sam Johnston does get the tip over. I'll tell you what, a lovely dipping shot, as Wally says. I just wanted to say hello, drop a joke and disappear. Fair. Good to see you, Ed. Enjoy the rest of your day. It is 8:30. Enjoy. What are you having for dinner, Ed? Let's talk about something completely different. What are you having for dinner? What are you having for dinner? We don't need to talk about football, Ed. We can just have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? What are you having for dinner? I had a quarter pounder. It was very nice. You know what I mean? Corner for West Ham. Mikhail Antonio having a little conversation with the ref here. After a bit of, bit of bargy. Curry, eating it now. What type of curry? And what are the accoutrements with it? Come on, Ed. I'm going to want info on this. You can't just say the word curry and then leave like you think this is going to be a ting. We need more than that. What rice are you having? Are you having naan breads with it? What are you eating with it? Let us know. Corner comes in. Back post. Ogbonna's there. Oh, it's wide. It was a good opportunity. He played into the back post. Ogbonna battling with the West Brom defender for it. He ends up heading it sort of down well, up and down, and tries to touch it, sort of to just do anything. And Johnson lets it goes out for a goal kick. I had spaghetti and it was very nice. I enjoyed it. If you know, you know. Spaghetti is very nice. Somebody touched my spaghetti. That was a meme from 4 years ago at this point. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bane's here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, Bane. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Watching the Saw films ahead of seeing Spiral on Friday. I don't know what Spiral is, but fair. I've never even seen any of the Saw films either. I'm a heathen when it comes to horror films. Can't lie to me. Jalfrezi, if that's how you spell it. No rice, just a plain old garlic naan. Okay. 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 I expected more. You know? I'm having tiramisu with amaretto. I've overdone it with the amaretto. Fair. I've never had a tiramisu. Be interested. No idea. Rice on pens is an absolutely bad decision. Why isn't Soucek stepping up? I thought it would be a Soucek thing. You know what I mean? Because he like you say, he had a great record for it previously, but I do remember the Wanyama. Yes, now I do know. Someone I know called John, who's a Spurs fan, had it as his avatar, as his profile picture on Twitter. Avatar? What am I? MSN in 2004 on his Twitter profile for a while. So I do know what you're talking about. Thank you. I'm an idiot. I didn't know. From Book of Sword, new movie in the cinema. Fair. Didn't know this. Make you eat kormas. Look, I can and I will. It wasn't the jalfrezi I had a problem with. No rice and just a plain old garlic naan. Excuse me. Look, you want your rice, but if you don't have the rice, fine. You want either a plain naan or a Peshwari naan. Garlic naan on top. Oh, excuse me. You also didn't say there was no poppadoms in there. You didn't say that there was no pakoras, no onion bhajis. There's so many beautiful parts of an Indian, and you just went with just a plain garlic. You just went with just a garlic naan. That's what I'm saying. Expected better. It's nothing wrong with the jalfrezi. Because as you say, I'm a chicken when it comes to heat, so I can't talk to that. The rest of the meal, though. Good opportunity for West Brom down the left-hand side. Lopped in, punched away by Darren Randolph, who does well. West Ham now on the counter-attack. But can't do anything. The crowd roar. The crowd roar. As the ball goes all the way back to Sam Johnston. Can you live on bread, potatoes, meat, and eggs? Yeah, don't know how long for. Well, you need water as well, I guess. If you're not including drinks, then yes. I just don't know how long for. Spurs fans love a lasagna. Love a lasagna. To be fair, I love a lasagna as well. I can't either. I want to add a good amount of termites to my diet. Top quality protein. What's the difference between a termite and a woodlouse? Answers in chat, please. Answers in chat. You know? Who knows? I don't. That's why I asked. Legend has it that Rooney still wants to know if Rio needs picking up this morning. We get caught out on the wings a lot. We are a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, that's Sam Allardyce. He's going to want to knock it long. He's going to want to get it into the likes of Phillips and Maitland-Niles and really charge us down. That's his whole thing. I mean, he can't really go long to Robson Kanu in the same way he would want to an Andy Carroll or a Kevin Davis or something like that. It's just not the same type of player. He's not big enough. So you're going to want to find those wing players. That's the way you want to get out of the defensive situation. And they're doing it relatively okay. They're not unreal by any stretch of imagination. They're doing it relatively okay. I still think we've started the better of the two teams, but over the last 5 minutes or so, I think it's certainly West Brom have been probably having the lion's share of possession, I would say. In fact, I'm looking at the stats now, and they've had the lion's share of possession all game, 58-42. So we'll see how it goes. West Brom again on the counter-attack again down the left-hand side. Dawson and Soucek combined to stop Pereira charging forward. Mate, I'm not a walk-in 5-star Indian restaurant, also on a diet. Carbs are the enemy, rice is a sacrifice. Okay, now you've said that. I'll forgive you for your terrible, not terrible, terrible is a harsh word, for your substandard Indian. I will forgive you because of the diet. I still think garlic naan and not a plain or peshwari is the problem, but I will give you that. I'll give you that, you know. Toad knoll with mashed peas. Yes. You didn't have a Kindle guy. Listen. Kormas are great. Don't at me. One's called a termite, one's called a woodhouse. Are they actually different? Can't wait until the CDS come out here. Gonna have some on the Barbie. Wally, of course, a fiend for the barbecue, for the BBQ, you know. And I respect it. No, I clue what the first thing is, but West Ham playing the ball around at the moment. Lingard out on that left-hand side. It's good to see him on the left as opposed to Ben Rama. Does well, plays in Soufal really well, who pulls it back across. It's a good opportunity there. It was good play. Jesse Lingard did really well there. Jesse Lingard just drifting into the central space from the left where he started, found Soufal brilliantly. The ball comes back across hard and low. I think Soucek and Antonio are just waiting in the center. Neither of them can get there before the defender, but it's good and it's a corner. Good play. Ray S, good to see you, my friend. How are you? I'm well, thank you. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm a bit thirsty, minor headache, but apart from that, I'm all good. You know, I'm all good. Corner to West Ham, played in. Ogbonna heads it back across goal. Craig Dawson going for what one would politely call the spectacular, and what one rudely would say the stupid. He tried an overhead kick. Dawson tried an overhead kick, and it did not go just well. So the Woodlouse, when you said Woodlouse class, I was like, I thought you were just rating them, like review, like a Woodlouse is class, mate. Woodlouse class, Malcolm Straker, while termites belong to the class Blatodia. Okay. I literally have never known the difference. I always thought they were similar, if not the same. I do not want to know what you eat. I am out, says Nigel. Nigel, I want to know what you eat, though. Nigel, what are you eating, bro? Let me know. What's for your dinner? Can't believe I'm getting rinsed by a guy who chooses kormas. Bro, there's nothing wrong with a korma. There's nothing wrong, probably Geo. There's nothing wrong with a korma. You know? I don't think we need to criticize a korma, to be honest with you. West Brom trying to break forward, it just comes through to Randolph who boots it clear. West Brom, they've had significantly more possession. We're sort of out Allardyce at this point a little bit. We're not playing that long ball that Allardyce wants to play. And again, he can't really do it as effectively as he wants with how Robson Kanu up front. It's just not the same. So they're looking to the wings, which is something he's done with us before. Robson Kanu hits it from range. Pereira hits it from range. Just flies wide at the right-hand post. But the possession is all in favor of West Brom right now. They've still got 60. They've still got 57 compared to a 43%. It's happening. We just have to that pen. We'll see what happens. Have you heard of chicken swarm? I've heard of it. I've never tried it. Bro, I rate a korma. They're so good. Thank you, PJ. Thank you. It's all we need. You know? Mate, you may as well just slap chefs in the face when you choose a korma. I think you're getting confused. Look. Okay, here's a fun fact, though. I tried to order a butter chicken this week, and it came, and I couldn't eat it for reasons that are confusing to talk about. But I wish I could have, because I've never had a butter chicken. But obviously, as we all know, or as you know, Fo, better than everyone, I've been told many times about a butter chicken by one specific person. So I want to try it, and the aim is to try it. It was supposed to have tried it, but it didn't. It didn't happen. Didn't happen. Bad times. You can feed a baby korma, yeah, and that's fine. But what's wrong with baby food? What's wrong with baby food? I thought that English people talking only about football and tea, and you spent so much time for our food today. Welcome to the Hammer Chat Watchalong, where come for the football, stay for the food. Stay for the food. So far, a relatively nothing game. The penalty was our huge chance, and outside of that, we've not created a huge amount. I think West Brom have actually created the bit, or have at least been effective in trying to get the counter-attacking style going. Although it's not worked, they've at least tried, right? When it comes to their finishing, they've not really been able to create shots out of that. Whereas we have been creating shots. It's just none of them have been particularly unreal. Outside of the pen, which was an incredible chance and just didn't work. But we're doing okay. Antonio dropping incredibly deep again, lays it off to Declan Rice, who's charging forward. He's got Fornals to the right of him, finds him, pulls it back across. It was Lingard. I thought it was Fornals. Lingard just pulling it back to West Brom's defense. Frustrating. Declan Rice, I think he's playing a little bit out of his skin right now. He wants to make up for missing that pen. He keeps getting the ball and really charging down with it, really, really progressing with it. Not really doing much with it though, unfortunately. Simple passes. We're not effective yet. We'll see how we get there. I personally want to hear about football, but you talk everything but, says Nigel. Nigel, I'm going to ask you again. What are you having for dinner, mate? Well, actually, to be fair, I don't know where you are, Nigel. Forgive me for my ignorance. You might not be in the UK, so it might not be dinner time. It might be breakfast time or lunch time for you. Basically, Nigel, what I'm saying is, what are you eating next? What are you eating next? Let me know. Is this where Lingard sounds like it always does? We'll see. Have we any shots? Yeah, we've technically had 5. I don't know if one's been on target from Ben Rama. The Ben Rama one that that goalkeeper name Johnston had to parry over. Still nothing unreal. Corner to West Brom, played in. It's in. It's gone all the way in. It's gone all of the way in. Okay. Somehow, Mateus Pereira's corner has gone all of the way in from the corner. No one's touched it. No one's gone wild. Let's have a look at this again. I need to hold it closer. Let me just check. He plays it in. It's either Soucek or Randolph get the final touch. Soucek and Randolph, there's a very, very, very simple miscommunication between the two of them. Soucek rises up to try and get his head. It just bounces off the top of him. And Randolph, who would have had it covered, doesn't. And it's West Brom 1, West Ham 0. And it's straight in from a corner. Frustrating. If we wish to get Europa League football, we need at least a point here, is what I would say. We need at least a point here if we wish to get Europa League football. So that's something to consider as we go forward in this game. However, at this stage, it is West Brom 1. It is West Ham United 0. Missed pen could be the difference between the two sides. We'll see how it goes. But we've not made it easy for ourselves. We've not made it easy for ourselves. We could have, and yeah, instead of that, we decided not to. Soucek on goal. It's gone down as a Soucek on goal. Frustrating. There you go. Charles, I'm back and I have no broken arm. Good to see you, Fahad. I hope you are. Nigel says Hammer's chat is good and this is rubbish. Nigel, this is Hammer's chat, my G. Nigel, look, Nigel, I'll be as polite as possible to you, mate. I'll be as polite as possible to you because I find this deeply hilarious. But I'll be as polite as possible to you. Nige, my G. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. If you don't like it, I genuinely don't mind. There's like 18,000 other watch-alongs. Enjoy them, my G. I appreciate you subscribing to Hammer's Chat and saying Hammer's Chat is good. You either get used to it or you leave, mate. I don't mind. I genuinely, I'm being polite because I think this is hilarious, but seriously. A corner from West Ham ends in literally nothing, punched away. Struggling to create yet again here, whips back in towards the box. Soucek stays in. Ben Rama on the left-hand side. Can't quite get the ball in. It's a good block. Fornals. Oh, that's a great pass into Cresswell. Was in excellent position. Good covering. Good covering. I appreciate it. Good covering from whoever that was from West Brom. West Ham take it quickly. Ben Rama with 1-2. Tries to play in again. Good block. The thing is we're not creating right now. That's kind of the thing is here. We're not creating. It's just a case of what can we do with it when we actually get there. We've certainly been the better team when it comes to creating chances. West Brom have created more interesting ones. They've gotten forward with enough players and with enough zeal to make it happen. However, it's just not quite clicking. It's not quite clicking for them. But that's their thing. That's what's going to happen with them. We have we're getting the numbers forward. We're just not finding that final killer thing. And it's frustrating because we know we can do it. We've got the people there to do it, but we're just not doing it. Corner to West Ham out on the right-hand side. Mikel Antonio is getting spoken to once again by Michael Oliver. A little bit of history repeating as the song goes. We're not taking our chances, says PJ Pacey. Yeah, basically. Why is Randolph even playing? He's playing because Fabianski got injured in the warm-up. Why him instead of Martin or anyone else? I don't know. He was on the bench, so I guess it's just natural. Cresswell. Corner, Rice. It's not a good corner. It's not a good corner. It's not a good corner. What do you mean? Why no mention of the goal, Joseph? Spoke long about the goal. I don't know what you want me to say. Okay, Tim, calm down. We need a new guy. It's something we need to sort out over the next 2 years, certainly. I would still be happy with Fabianski being our first choice goalkeeper for the next year, right? I don't think it's something we need to sort out ASAP, but we sort of do need to figure out what happens behind that. That's just terrible miscommunication between Randolph and Soucek. I mean, there's a person in between the two. I don't know who it is, so maybe that makes it more difficult for Randolph. At the same time, it's frustrating. Personally, I feel like we could have. I feel like Fabianski is fine as a first choice for the next season. I'm happy with that, even though his injuries are a problem. But we do need to start thinking about what is the future of that role, because all of our goalkeepers are all on the older side and have their contracts running out, if not running out this summer. So it's certainly something we need to think about. But specifically when it comes to this summer, I don't know if it's something, I don't know if it's something we could go. Lingard versus the low blocks is a problem. Yeah, I would agree. He's certainly at his best when he has. He's certainly at his best when he can counterattack. That's when we've seen the best. West Ham playing the ball around at the back here. West Brom trying to make something happen. They're pressurizing well. Tell you what, West Brom look okay for it right now. after an incredibly shaky start from West Brom, they've settled slightly into this game, and actually this time, since they've got the goal, they've been able to just sort of give us possession of the ball, and we're not really showing anything for it. We still had more shots than them, 6-2. I don't even know if their goal counts as a shot technically, but we still had shots. We still have more shots than them, 6-2. But when it comes to actually what we're doing with it, it's just a bit all over the shop. Is that a free kick or a pen? Ogbonna takes down Pereira right on the edge of the area. I think it's Pereira. Is it a free kick or a pen? It wasn't Pereira. So Pereira plays it into Hal Robson-Kanu, who turns Ogbonna. Okay, it's a free kick on the edge of the area. Hal Robson-Kanu making Angelo Ogbonna look slightly like an idiot. Free kick in a very good position for West Brom. Maybe a bit too close. Getting a ball up and down like that, although it is at an angle, which helps a little bit. Not the best position you've ever seen, but certainly far from being a bad position. Certainly bad from being a bad position. Nigel's still here. Nige. All right, Nigel. I won't talk about food. No more. Nigel, I won't ask you about food anymore. Free kick to West Brom. Hit. Off the wall, second time, deflects back, hits again. Randolph palms it over. Right, Nige, I'm not going to ask you about food. Seeing as you're still here, and I respect that, I'm not going to ask you about food. Nigel, if you were to say what were your top 8 films of all time, what would they be? I want them between 1 and 8, please. Thank you, Nigel. Get back to me when you can. Your thumbnail says West Ham 1-0 West Brom. Does it? You're right. I clicked it the wrong way around. The correct score was up here for some reason. When I changed it the wrong way around. God knows why. It's this one. It's the one that's on your screen right now. It's me being an idiot. I apologize. Thank you very much for letting me know that. I appreciate it. Another corner for West Brom. They're starting to stack these up now. Terrible corner headed away with the near post by Vladimir Soufal. And played back from West Brom. No, let's keep it like that. Let's wind up the Brummies. Well, you know. I'm tempted. My concentration is on Nigel right now. But after Nigel leaves, if Nigel leaves, hey, maybe Nigel respects the effort I'm trying to put in here and sticks around. I don't know. But we'll see. Then maybe we'll move on to West Brom. Are you making plans for Nigel? Listen, if Nigel's free, long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners, bit of the Bee Gees, never hurt anyone. That's all I'll say. West Brom recollect the ball and play it back to Johnston again. The thing is, they when they recollect the ball, West Brom, when they regain possession, they're more than happy to just pass it back to Johnston and then just go from there. They're in no particular. They're not really being dangerous. They're not like, okay, we're just going to go for you, right? They're just resetting and starting again from the start. And the thing is, it's consistently working. Again, they've gotten through again here down the left-hand side. Maitland-Niles gets forward. I think it was Maitland-Niles played across the box, and Craig Dawson it blocks off Dawson and goes high and wide. So I think it was Maitland-Niles. Also, for Ed, who said to watch it on a second screen, Ed, it's because I pay for the Now TV app, right? So I can watch it because I wanted to keep it as in time as possible. However, it's not in time, and again, that's sort of one of the things I was thinking about doing next season if the Watchalongs come back is just watching it on my computer. Also, I couldn't do that originally because obviously I used to do screen sharing and you know what I mean. So that was an issue. West Ham on a counter-attack. This is good. Mikel Antonio, for some reason, picks up the ball on the left-hand side. That's a great ball, though. Fornals, Lingard's there. Can't do anything. Soucek's there. Here's a pole driver, high and wide. I don't know why Mikel Antonio was on the left-hand side in our own area, in our own half there. I don't know, but he picks it up in a good position from the counter-attack from the corner. That's why he was there. And a great run forward, looks up, and with his weak foot, finds an absolute peach of a ball across. Fornals can't really do anything with it. Lingard's there. It ends up falling back to Thomas Soucek on the edge of the area, who hits it high and wide. A good counter-attack, but wasted. We need to stop taking these pointless shots from range. It's just not happening for us. It's just not happening. After 16 is here. Ben, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the link for a start in the Discord. Everyone is in the chat below. Go let Ben. If you're using that link, thank After 16, of course. This is woeful. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. You can watch Now TV on your PS5. Yeah, but I think I have specifically the monthly mobile pass, which is the cheapest one because I'm poor. It might be something I look into though, I can't lie. Even then, I'd be sat like this, though, is the problem. And you just see the side of my face. You know? And although I've done that for streams before, I'd move that. Maybe I'd move that. Maybe that's something I'll look into. I don't know. I don't know, though. Maybe that's something I will think about. Nigel's got back to me. All the spaghetti westerns and Tarantino. Decent choices, Nigel. I'm glad we're starting to get there, mate. I'm glad we're starting to get there. There's a decent choices. What would you say is your favorite Tarantino film? Kill Bill. You know? Inglourious Bastards. Pulp Fiction. What are we saying? This is bad from West Ham so far. We had what was the perfect opportunity to start. Fornals does well, manages to keep the ball and find Lingard somehow. He does really well there. Lingard on the edge area, a couple of step overs, finds a bit of space, looks for the hit. Wide. Johnston gets a touch to it though. Fornals does really well there to keep the ball in West Ham's possession. Lingard does decent, plays it in, and he does get a touch. Justin gets a touch, and it's a corner for West Ham, but we are struggling. We had the opportunity for the perfect start as well. The absolute perfect start, you know? The penalty, they were looking shaky as all hell. All we needed to do was press him at that stage, really gun for him, step to him. And at the stage we should have stepped to them, the stage where we should have pressed them as much as we could, they had 58% of the possession. That was when they looked really shaky. They would have been all out of sorts, and we should have made them pay for it at that moment. We should have really made them pay for it, and we didn't. And it's infuriating that we didn't, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, look, we can have the conversation about whether we're good enough for Europe and whether we're good enough for this and that and the other and how we've out. And I've been saying all season that we've been overplaying ourselves. I've been saying all season that we've been punching above our weight, right? And that's okay. You can 100% punch above your weight sometimes. And we've done that. The problem is this is why we were never going to get Europe. This is the moment. This is it where you're punching above your weight. This is where you notice it. When West Brom were on the ropes and all we needed to do was push them, and we probably would have been able to score. We missed the pen. That sucked. But that's when you should have stepped to him. That's when you should have gone, right, we are having you right now because you are there for the taking. Just put them to the sword. And not only did we not put them to the sword, we gave them the possession. They had 58% of the possession. And since then, it's been almost one-way traffic. Like they're the ones who are creating the better chances. They're the ones who are getting forward quicker. They're counter-attacking on a counter-attacking side. We've set up with a 4-2-3-1 in order to try and maybe control the game a little bit more, knowing that they were going to counter-attack against us. And we don't really have much options when it comes to formation right now. I thought we would have gone to 3 at the back, but we didn't. And this is where we're at. Very, very frustrating. Battle in the midfield right now. West Ham come away with the ball. We seem to be playing a bit more of a Fornals does well, slips just before the shot. Can't really do anything. Played in, Soucek's head. High and wide. It seems to be less of a 4-2-3-1 today and seems to be more of a 4-3-3 in my head. With Fornals keeps consistently finding himself in much deeper positions alongside Rice and Soucek and playing the ball out from there. Not necessarily a bad thing. Fornals is a very good passer of the ball and can do stuff like that. However, I want to see him closer. I want to see him further forward. I want Rice and Soucek in that double pivot and no one else. We can't. 4-3-3 has never really worked for us. And it is sort of happening again here. I might be being a bit harsh. I don't also think it's necessarily guaranteed a 4-3-3. You could make the argument it's a 4-2-3-1. But for me, you see you see Ben Rama and Lingard switching sides on either side of Antonio pretty often. And Fornals, once again, he's deeper than Thomas Soucek there. From the goal kick, he was literally playing deeper than Thomas Soucek. He has the effort to do it. He has the work rate to do it. But at the same time, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see. Because honestly, we had the opportunity and we didn't take it. Roberto Firmino has given Liverpool the lead, who now take their place in the top 4. Leicester have dropped out. We are now down to 7th. We're down to 7th. Again, if we have any hope of Europa League, we only need 4 points. We need 4 points for the rest of the season to guarantee us Europa League football. A draw, double block by Dawson there. Half-time coming up. All we need is a draw here. If we get a draw, then that's good. A win would be preferable. But in order to guarantee us Europa League football next season, we need 4 points, which means we need either a draw or a win here. This is all we need. Goal kick from Darren Randolph, punts it forward. Jesse Lingard and Pablo Fornals having a bit of a moment there. Neither of them know what to do. It goes out for West Ham throw. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. Mikel Antonio does well. Finds Thomas Soucek. Back out to Fornals. Plays it in. Donks across. Across. Lingard. Soucek. Goal. It's 1-1. Flag stayed down. It will go to VAR. But as it stands, it's 1-1. We'll take that. We're happy with that. That's all we need. I've got the button ready just in case he's offside. Just in case he's offside. I haven't changed it yet, but it's 1-1. Thomas Soucek does well in the build-up there. Him and Antonio. He plays the ball out to Pablo Fornals, who uses Cresswell on the overlap as a distraction. Plays it in. It's good cross ball. Ooh, it's tight. It's going to go to VAR. The ball comes across to Soufal, who, again, similarly to before, lays it across the floor. He doesn't try and dink it up in the air, anything like that. He just lays it across the floor into the path of Thomas Soucek, who stood there. That's onside. I'm right. I'm making it. I'm making the graphic. I'm changing the title. It's 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in this. I would be shocked if that is claimed offside. VAR is currently checking it. I make the graphic. It's tight, but I would be shocked. It looks onside, but it is tight. Don't get me wrong. Here we go. VAR is sort of playing out the replay now. Has the game kicked off again? The goal stands. There we go. It's 1-1. Oh, it's Ben Rama. I thought it was Soufal who plays the ball across. It's Ben Rama into the path of Thomas Soucek, who can just slot it home. And right before half-time, it's 1-1. That's perfect for us. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the chat. I didn't want spoilers, so I wasn't looking at the chat. Flipping neck. Townsend gets forward, kicked forward. We're seeing halftime 1-1. So halftime 1-1. As Rob says, this is massive. We play terribly. A little bit. Great ball back across. If we're just to discuss that goal for a second, an absolute peach of a ball back across the net by Ben Rama, who's found on the far side. It bounces through to him from Pablo Fornals, who crosses the ball. It bounces across to Ben Rama. He controls it and then slots it, just lays it across the floor, across the 6-yard box into Soucek, who's in acres. He's got the space. He's got the time. Literally, if you missed from there, it would be one of those ones that is replayed on YouTube for years. He's almost in the net. He passes it in and it's 1-1. We will take that. Do you know why? Because we have been bad. West Brom were deservedly ahead for the majority of that game. And yet it ends at half-time. West Ham won, West Brom won. And that's what happens. They're going to probably regret not taking some of their chances, just as we will. But as long as we can keep that, that's all we need. We cut live to Stoke. Geo Mackie, talk to me, sir. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've gone from angry to almost ecstatic to now, like, I'm on the come down, and the real realization is we're still not that good.
It's rough.
It's not enjoyable, Charlie. There we go. The lights just magically come on. That means moving. How about that for a party trick?
Look at that
party trick. You get some light sensors and stuff. I've moved to the modern age.
My party tricks asleep on the sofa, so I can't.
Unless until someone comes and steals my light bulb. But you know.
There you go. Yeah, I was like you. I was like proper frustrated, really angry. I was like, because I want to put this past you. When we got the pen, they were shaking. They were struggling at that point. And I felt like all we needed to do was go at them a little bit, pressurize them, and they would have crumbled. That back pass was horrendous. You said it on the Patreon show, patreon.com/HammersChat, by the way, about how shaky West Brom's defense is in your tactics show. Geo Loki, I watched them to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. About how shaky their defense is and how like it's not that good.
It's crap. Their back four is crap.
I felt like if we had pushed them at that moment, and in the moments after that, we could have made up for missing that effort, missing that goal. Yeah, however, they came out of it and West Brom had like 58% of the possession. It's like, well, what were we doing? Also, thank you, first of all, to Sadadi. $199, massive goal. Let's go. Great pass by Benny. Thank you very much. And then also to Harry Parker, $4.99. Thank you very much, Harry. Appreciate it, sir. Do you agree with me that if we pressed them at that moment, I think we could have made up for missing the goal?
Yeah, I think they were a little bit rattled, I think. But the problem is, what we have to take into consideration that we've not had to take into consideration for a long time is when Rice missed the pen, the home fans cranked up the noise massively. The West Brom fans were there's 6,000 of them there tonight. They were making themselves heard as soon as we missed that penalty. And you know something, fair play to them. They've gone down. You'd almost, Tottenham tonight, the fans are booing non-stop with what they've seen, understandably. And I think you'd almost be understandable if West Brom fans weren't too fussed about tonight's game kind of thing. But they've made their noise about the team, and I'll be honest with you, Charlie, I thought it was a continuation of the last four halves I've watched against Everton and Brighton. We're playing the same formation. 8 out of the starting 11 have remained the same throughout, and I'll be honest with you, right? Because we've scored, it sort of takes you down a peg or two, but I think we were crap in the first half. At times we were on top, but every time West Brom get the ball, they look like they're going to flip and score. Every time they go forward, our defence looks like they've never played with each other, kind of thing. It's not great. It's not great. I'm very nervous. I wasn't that nervous before the game. I'm even more nervous for the second half because I think West Brom got another goal in them.
Fair.
I'm not sure we do.
How do you feel about what James says here? Lingard's been anonymous for weeks, needs to step up.
We need to get him out the middle of the pitch. I said this in the build-up show. He's in the most congested area of the park. We need to get him out of there. Get him on the right-hand side or something. Give him, every time he gets the ball, he's got players around him. And yes, he should be doing better. Yeah, he should be, right? He should be doing better. But the opposition teams aren't giving him room anymore. And why should they? No one should step apart. But you look at Pereira at West Brom tonight. We're giving him loads of space and he's making the most of it. Jesse's not getting that space. So let's get him out of the middle the number 10 role, right? And get him out of there and put him somewhere where he can actually influence the game a bit more. But he does need to step up. I am making excuses for Lingard here. He's not playing well enough tonight. There's a couple of times he had a shooting opportunity on from 25 yards out. He didn't take it. Sorry, but when you're paying or potentially paying big money for him, you want big performances and big goals. Ben Rama gave us one last week. Hit a blinder of a shot earlier. It was right down the throat of the goal, but Johnson didn't fancy it. And I can tell you what, though, next time Ben Rama lines up 20 yards out, that defence will be running out to close him down. Whereas Lingard lines up, they'll probably give him that extra couple of yards and say, this guy's not going to shoot.
Yeah, as much as I don't think Lingard's been great, and I agree, I don't think he has been great for a couple of weeks. I think he clearly doesn't play super well against teams that sit deep. Lingard loves to have the space in the pitch in front of him to run into.
That's why he's not good enough for Man U anymore. Because this is how teams fare. This is how teams play against Man United. This is why they had to upgrade on Jesse Lingard.
And let's be real, just before I go to the toilet, it's difficult, Gio, when he's just running into a wall all the time. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Just when you're running into the wall, it's a struggle. Right, I'll see you in a minute. I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Yeah, cheers, Charlie. Thank you. Anyway, a pun there. You'll make sense of it. You'll make sense of it soon. Anyway, get your comments into the live chat. Let's have a little talk. I'll be honest with you. I've not been overly impressed by the first half. I think Fernandes has been poor. I think Jesse's been poor. Antonio's not really been doing much. I know he won the pen, but since then I don't think he's done anything too great. I think Ben Rama's looked our most liveliest player. I feel sorry for Soucek. We'll do the review obviously after the game, but I feel sorry for Soucek. He's got to do something for their goal. I think it's just a world-class sort of corner from Mateus Pereira. He has to do something, and unfortunately for him, it goes in the goal for him. I don't blame Dan Randolph either. I know the commentators were asking why he didn't come with both hands. If you watch it back, he's having to push the West Brom player out of the way. Tell you what, though, I wouldn't mind Aaron Creswell bucking his corners up. I'm a big fan of Creswell, set pieces, but tonight they've been atrocious. The first one was massively overhit. The second one was massively underhit. We need to see deliveries like Pereira. His has been constant, right into the danger zone. We haven't even got one in there yet, kind of thing. Thank you, Brian. Massive thank you for your £5, whatever currency that is. CHF. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you, Brian. He says he's nervous as hell, so am I. I'm not enjoying this game at all. I think I've stopped enjoying it since Declan Rice missed the pen, to be honest with you. 38 seconds in, and I stopped enjoying the game. Greg, who's getting whipped off for Bowen? Yeah, Antonio does keep drifting wide. It frustrates the life out of me. He keeps coming up on this left. It's pissing me off a lot. Every time he gets it, he's then sort of looking for someone. Mate, you are the striker. Get in the box. Stay in the box. Stop coming outside. We need to do something. We need to do something because at times our build-up play has been okay. It's not been too bad. This defence, though, is not as good as Brighton's or Everton's, right? But Ben White, Webster and Dan Burn, they're decent centre-backs. I think White and Webster in particular are really good centre-backs. Everton, Mina, Keane and Holgate, I think it was, that start against us. 3 really good centre-backs. Firstly, West Brom was a centre-back less than those two opponents, but also Bartley and Ajay they're just not that good. They're just not that good. So I think we will get opportunities, but we need to get a bit more. We need to change something. Is Antonio drifting wide in instruction for Moyes? I hope not, because I don't understand it then. What's he trying to do? Is he drifting wide to try and sort of create room for Jesse Lingard? It's not really working because he's getting in, crossing it at head height. So it's not really Jesse Lingard's game kind of thing. Michael says he thinks Randolph was fouled. I don't think he was. I think it's fair game. So this is like what Antonio's doing with Townsend for our corners. He's in there. He's been a nuisance, and I think it's the right thing to do. Jake says Antonio needs to stay central. I agree. I do agree. I don't know why he keeps Fraser says Antonio's doing more defensive work. I agree with that. There's a couple of times I've seen him do defensive work side Ben Rama runs up. So Ben Rama is often chasing down the centre back. So a couple of times I've seen Ben Rama run back and chase the back pass to Johnson. And when he does that, Antonio obviously then feels obliged to cover him and go out on the left. And because there's been 1 or 2 times where Ben Rama's he's almost like green defensively, if you like. There was that long ball over top to Furlong, and Benrahma's looking at it in the air, running after it, chasing it, and before he gets to Furlong just chests it past Benrahma, and Benrahma's all of a sudden Furlong's way behind him. And I just felt that Benrahma's he's working hard. He's trying to get back defensively. He's just a bit not very good defensively. That's all. Just need to click on something. Thank you, James, for the £2 in the super chats. That say now has more goals and assists than Fornals in half the minutes. Well, I would expect that, to be honest with you, James, because Benrahma's a more attacking player, a better attacking player, and I still think Fornals' future is in centre midfield. I think whenever you look at Fornals, you think, he's done crap here. It's usually when he's in the attacking third, because he didn't mess up at one point when we had that counter-attack. Antonio went to play with his left foot out to Fornals. I thought, Michael, no, don't, mate, just keep running. And he hit it in. And he actually found Fornals. Then he brought it down, and there was a couple of players coming for backup, but he cut in and hit it with his left foot into the defender. I thought, what are you doing there, Pablo? I like Pablo in a deeper position when he's centre midfield. Honestly, Charlie, I would swap Fornals and Soucek first. Get Soucek up almost as a second striker. Get Fornals in beside Declan Rice. What I will say is my love for Conor Gallagher, it's growing tonight. I think Conor Gallagher is playing superb for West Brom.
He's having a good game. I think I've been interested because I think Fornals, they've almost been playing a 4-3-3 almost. Fornals has been dropping a lot deeper, but it's not that Soucek or Rice.
It's whenever we have a set piece. It's because when we have a set piece, Fornals drops back. So then when the ball gets cleared out, Fornals, almost our centre back stay up, Soucek stayed up. So then Fornals ends up central, 5-10 yards deeper alongside Declan. It's when we have a set piece, Mr. Walsh.
Fair, thank you. This is the sort of info I need. First of all, thank you for the €5 from Schizo Base, old school Hammers chat. What a legend! Big half or bust. Very much agree with you, sir. Very much agree with you. And then Deadly Gran 11 with an unreal username for a start with £10. Thank you very much. Rice seems to be lacking confidence.
I'm not having that.
I was going to say, I feel like whenever he's had the opportunity to take the ball and run with it, he has been. Maybe partly because he's like, I need to make up for missing that pen. But I don't think it's a lacking confidence thing. But I certainly think he's looked to be more involved or do as much as possible whenever he has the ball, more so probably than usual. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I see him making a couple of runs forward today as well. And I think he realises that, at the end of the day, while we've struggled watching us play against the likes of Everton and that, Declan would have also been struggling watching us play against the likes of Everton and that as well, thinking that they're lacking something. And sometimes a player's play can be aided from a period on the touchline where you can see where the team, or you think you can see where the team needs improvement and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's watched us thinking we need to be doing more runs from centre midfield kind of thing. And I think he's trying too hard, Declan, tonight. I think he's trying too hard. I think he's trying to do everything. He's tackling, he's intercepting, he's trying to get in the box and stuff. And the penalty, do you know something? Zero issues with him missing that pen. I'd still let him take the next one. He hits it hard, low, into the corner, literally 2 centimetres to the right, it goes in.
I don't think it's a bad pen. I wouldn't have had him take it. I don't know about taking it in the first place. Like Soucek had a good record at Slavia for taking pens and stuff like that. And if Noble's on the pitch, obviously Noble's taking pens or whatever. But I wouldn't. If it was a case of Rice was the first choice penalty taker on the pitch, I wouldn't be like he can't take the pen. Do you know what I mean? Because it was a good pen. Just low, hard. It's just unlucky that it goes 2
I'm just more happy. Just more happy with letting our dedicated penalty taker take a penalty for a start. Because earlier in the season, it was almost like a free for all.
That's true. That's true. We saw with the Lingard thing and everything else. There's been issues there. So as the teams are starting to come out, we're going back to that last ad break before they do. How do we change this up? What do we need to do? Is it a case of Fornals and Soucek? That's the. I would
swap Fornals and Soucek round. Get Soucek in the box. Get Fornals a bit deeper. He had a very small role in the goal. It was his cross to Benrahma. His cross came in and went to Benrahma that ended up giving it to Soucek. I'd get Soucek in the box. At the end of the day, we scored a goal tonight, which is almost like a striker's goal. Soucek that tapped it in. He's him that's made the move to the back post, which is quite funny because 5-10 minutes prior, Lingard played a lovely ball over to Soufal, who hit into the middle and he got put out for a corner. And Soufal was screaming at Soucek and Antonio saying, "Where are you? Why are one of you two not in the box?" Anyway, the next ball comes over deep. Soucek's in at the back post straight away, waiting for it. So There's a man that listened to his teammate.
Second half is about to kick off, so Gio, I'll let you run. Thank you.
Cheers,
for joining
man.
me. Remember,
Ta-da.
everyone, he will be back at full time to do his review with Gonzo, and we'll be here until then. And I'll spam that link in the chat. Hey, if you're heading off to watch the second half as well, just like Gio is, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. We really appreciate the support. Oh, thank you also as well for all of those donations. Absolutely mad to see them all. Thank you so much, everyone. Massively helps the channel. So we really appreciate it. But we have 45 more minutes left in this game. It's 1-1. Honestly, it could go either way. It's a big half of football. West Ham to kick off. It's West Ham 1, West Brom 1. The headphone has come back out. Give it a second. There we go. I can hear stuff. And hey, if you want to support us further, as Fo says, Patreon in the description below. Patreon.com/HammersChat. Go have a gander. 1 point is okay if we beat Southampton next week. That is true. I would prefer us to get the 3 points here as opposed to against Southampton, but I agree with that is true, Alex. That is very true. We need 4 points. That's all we need, people. 4 points. And we are on our way. Double way. We are on our way to a point here. Let's hope we can step it up in the second half, because if we step it up, West Brom might not be able to deal with us. They've done well so far. Actually, Andrew, I'll give you a normal one. There you go. Give you a little salute as well, sir. Give you a little salute as well. Here we go. Tight is how I would describe this game so far. It's weird hearing fans again cheering, loving life. It's Gallagher and Fornals battled for it. It's a corner. It's a corner to West Brom, played in. Darren Randolph. Darren Randolph tips it over. Flipping heck, it almost happened again. A corner, direct, straight, whipped in. Dan Randolph is there. I tell you what, they might be making an argument here that it bounced off West Brom's defender instead. Randolph punches it over. Should be a corner. It's a goal kick. I don't know how, don't know why, but it's a goal kick. It almost happened again, though, but it didn't. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. No subs at halftime from either side. We'll see how that changes it up. Jazz hands. I'll give it a little jazz hands. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my honey. Listen, I'm a triple threat. Charlie Horse, you know. Watchalongs singing. Double threat is Charlie. Food, triple. There we go. PJ Pacey saying we need to put on Bowen. Interesting. Anyone here would make any subs? Would any of you make any substitutions? I wouldn't be tempted to just yet, but it's certainly close. Certainly be concerned. You know. You're ahead of me. How is that possible? I don't know, Wally. I don't know. I thought I was literally the most far behind person in the world. I don't know how anyone could be behind me as far back as I am. So I apologize to you, sir. I apologize. Old school. Listen, I know the classics. You know. Don't forget game review. Listen. You know, it's a thing. Is there a video coming? There is. It's one I've been editing. Because usually I edit them and then I'm like, oh, this isn't good enough, and I don't put it out. It's coming. That's what I'll say. Right. I'll be interested to see who comes away possession-wise in this game. In this half, at least. Or Ben Rama does well. To pick up the ball, lays it off to the side. Aaron Cresswell's there. Oh, it's Fornals actually. He tries to bend it. High and wide. A good opportunity, though. And it's good, quickly created is good. We played it forward fast. Ben Rama does well to get a collection of the ball. Plays it out to Fornals, who has all the space. Takes a touch to ready himself, and he's closed down. He's closed down, to be fair, quite fast by like 3 different West Brom defenders. He tries to bend it in to that top corner. He just quite can't get it in. Can't quite get it in. Hammers Chat the musical. Listen, they do call me the Phantom of the Opera. The Hammers chat watch along is going on. They talking food. Do 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 do. There you go. Do 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 do. We need more options from the bench. Anderson Haller might have helped. I mean, listen, the Ogbonna would have helped. A Jetty would have helped. There's a lot of people who would have helped, but that's what it is. I was 30 seconds ahead of me in the first half. I don't know how that's happened, bro. I can't lie to you. I'm sorry. I haven't even refreshed my thing or anything. I just left it. When I went toilet, I just left it playing. I went toilet. Unless something happened. I don't know. I don't know. I've just received that. Why? Oh no way. Scenes. Sorry, I've just got sent. I just got sent something very exciting by someone. What time to be alive? Did ask for it, and he's just gone here. Do you want something hype? I do. Thank you very much. I'd say thank you, Alex, but he won't hear this. But thank you, Alex. Only reason why to put Bowen on is because he'll have more attacking energy to us. It's an interesting point. I'm certainly not saying don't do it. Certainly not saying don't do it. It's difficult for me because I'm in a position here where I'm like, I'm not sure how to fully change this game up. Usually I have some sort of I can make this change or this change in formation. And what Geo was saying potentially about pushing Soucek forward and bringing someone else deeper, that's an interesting idea. But I'm not entirely sold on anything right now. Soucek has certainly been the most dangerous out of our attackers in terms of shooting. He's got into good position, so I see the logic, and I think that's an interesting idea. But outside of that, I don't really see anything that's necessarily like pow. You know what I mean? There's nothing quite there. There's nothing quite there, so I'm not sure. Chill. I'm not sure, so we'll see. I don't know what I would say about it, you know. Phantom of the Watchalong. He's here. He's talking about food again. He just won't stop. Garlic naans are trash. Get plain or peshwari naans. There you go. Listen. I'm a poet. You know what I mean? But I know it. You know. A jetty would not have helped. My God. I'm not saying he would have helped. I'm not saying you just put a jetty on and it happens. I think a jetty very clearly did not get the chance he's deserved, but that's the chance he should have been given. Maybe not deserved, but should have been given. But that's beside the point. I'm not saying he would have helped. I'm just saying he may have had more of a chance of getting on the pitch than Odebeku. You know, like anything, like he clearly doesn't want to play Odebeku, so anyone else on the bench is better because he has more of a chance of getting on. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying you put a Yeti on and all of a sudden we're going to win a game. That's not what I'm claiming. If that's how it came across, I apologize because that's certainly not what I was trying to. Certainly not what I was trying to. Free kicked West Brom in a good area. Good area, not to take a shot from, although they scored from a corner, so God knows. Not to take a shot from, but certainly to put the ball in. That's a good area for a free kick. Down the right-hand side, just outside the area. Like a corner, but just slightly deeper down the pitch. For a trip from Pablo Fornals. Pablo Fornals. Here we go. Free kick. Put in by West Brom. Whipped into a dangerous area. Soucek gets his head on it. And we pressurize well. And it's just absolutely punted clear. After Phillips could not quite get the control. So West Brom probably started, well, I don't want to say started the brighter. They've certainly had the more opportunities, I would guess. The more opportunity to create something, maybe is the better way of putting it. Poor touch there from Saeed Benrahma. Couldn't quite steam out of that as much as he wanted to. And West Brom bring the ball back well. I'll tell you what, West Brom are battling well here. You wouldn't know they'd already been relegated. They're doing bits. Phillips into Gallagher. back to Pereira. West Brom trying to find their way through. Pereira takes on Sufal, makes him look stupid. Block on the shot. Block on the shot. To be honest, Odebeku needs to hit the weight room before featuring in a Prem. Man United's defenders bullied him and made him look like a child, says Andrew. Yeah, I mean, we can go over that performance 15,000 times. My opinion is he wasn't given the tools to succeed in that game. He was just thrown out there and being like, good luck. And then he got subbed back off, which was the worst thing Maiden Moyes could have done. That's my opinion on the matter. I'm not saying he's ready to, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that personally, I think he was thrown a little bit under the bus by David Moyes there. Not thrown under the bus because it shows malice, but I think he wasn't given a good chance. He wasn't given a good chance, which sucks. I would love to see him get some more game time in any match because I think even if you're small, you can still do different things. Look at Hal Robson-Kanu, for example. He's not the biggest man in the world, and yet he's playing up front for a Sam Allardyce team. It's a good opportunity for West Brom. Randolph makes the block and it's cleared away. A great opportunity from West Brom. Long throw comes into the box. A scuffle, a scrap. A number of players in and around the position. Sam Johnston, terrible pass. Ben Rama makes the best of it. Can West Ham counter-attack here? A really good opportunity from West Brom there, but Darren Randolph snuffs it out. West Ham now in a good space with a lot of people in and around the area, and we're passing it around slowly, just side to side, looking to try and cross the ball. And it's like, bruv, can you do something more incisive with it, guys? You've got so many different creative attacking players on the pitch, and you're just passing it left to right, looking for a fullback to cross the ball in. It's so one-dimensional. Out to Kufal, plays it in, headed away, offside. West Ham. So it was a great opportunity for West Brom. It was a long throw into the box, ends up bouncing in and around the area, and Darren Randolph comes out, snuffs it out well. West Ham with a really good counter attack. All of a sudden, the numbers were completely in West Ham's favour. They had an opportunity. They were in and around the box. There was space for us to walk into and either take a shot or to find a pass to either Fornals, Lingard, Benrahma, any of them. And instead, we chose to slowly pass it left to right, looking for either fullback to try and cross the ball in. Not enough incision, not enough invention, not enough from anyone on that pitch. Get those attacking players who have the ability to find good passes, get it to them, find the space. It's frustrating. Really frustrating. Sucks. PJ Pacey, Charlie, what signings would you make for West Ham? I think we need a striker. That's the obvious one. We only have one on our books, and it's Mikel Antonio. He's going to be injured at least a quarter of next season. So we need to make sure that we have someone in the ranks who can play. He clearly doesn't want to play Odebeku. If Odebeku goes out alone, whatever, I don't care. We need a striker. I think we need a left back. As much as I think Cresswell is decent, I think he's a better left-sided centre-back in a back three, so a left-back who could play at left wing-back would be useful. Masuaku, again, injury-prone as all hell. We need probably a backup central midfielder, although we have enough people. It depends if we get Europe as well. That's another thing to change. But I would say striker and left-back are my two priorities, and arguably a goalkeeper as well. What would you want, PJ Pacey? I'm interested. Let's see what's going on. Just having a little gander. Antonio looks like a semi-pro footballer. He's been frustrating the last couple of games. He's just not in form at all. West Brom pressurising well on the attacking third, winning the ball back, and Soucek giving away a silly free kick. Not dangerous or anything. Just like, why? Why? Hal Robson-Kanu again, just causing problems. It's like, come on. We've done that in the last 5 games. Yeah, we've struggled in the last 5. I can't lie to you. Can't be watching the same game on the back foot versus West Brom. It's annoying, Ben. It's very annoying. Is Lingard playing? You'd be forgiven for thinking not, Stephen. You'd be forgiven for thinking not. Kufal's playing poorly today, says Fo. I don't disagree with you, mate. I don't disagree with you. Pereira he's given him the run around. I can't lie. He's not playing well. That's what I would say, definitely. We need a striker, definitely, and maybe a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think the goalkeeper's one of those things where, again, like I said earlier, I'm happy for it to continue as where we're at. But we do need to think about it sooner rather than later. Bonnie Hammer says, I would consider not signing Lingard. Huge wages for average performances lately. Interesting question, chat. What's the maximum price you would currently pay for Jesse Lingard? I think his opinions sort of I think the opinion on him has sort of changed over the last couple of weeks. I'm interested. What's the maximum amount? Say you went up to Man United and you said, how much for Jesse Lingard? What's the most you would end up paying for him? 15 million, 20 million, 25 million, 30 million? What's that number for you? Be as precise or imprecise as you want. What's the amount you would pay for Jesse Lingard currently? Where's the Lingard who runs at players? To be fair, he's not got the players to run to right now. Teams sit deep and he can't run at him. He's just sort of walking about leisurely in the middle, and it's frustrating. And I don't think it's entirely his fault, but I certainly think he could be doing more. Let's not disagree here. Lingard gives the ball away again. Take off Lingard for Bowen. Take Lingard off. Show a message. Send a message. Let's see some of these numbers. Before we do that, Richard, it's a bit of a surprise. I think Arsenal have a good chance of leapfrogging us. We draw this at our next match, then Arsenal have Brighton, whereas Everton have Spurs and whereas Everton and Spurs have City and Leicester. Sorry, I struggled with that. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Again, this is why I'm sort of at the stage where I'm just thinking Ben Rama tries to cross the ball. Antonio sort of in no man's land, and it's cleared away, but well cleared away. Yeah, that's why I'm not looking at permutations right now. 15 mil, 12 to 15 million, 5 bob, 12 mil, 15 to 20, 10 mil, 20 million, 25 million, 100k a week. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of wages, isn't it? 15 mil, 20 million, 50p, 20 mil, then wages of 100k a week, huge commitment, much less. 15 up to 20 million with add-ons. Yeah, I think the opinions changed there. I mean, I agree with most of you. I was saying before I wouldn't pay. Once I got to 20 million, I wouldn't pay for that for Jesse Lingard, anything over than 20 million to begin with for Lingard. And that was when he was at his peak. Just because I felt like it's so much money to spend on a player that's it was what it was. But at this stage, like you say, it's difficult. It's difficult. You know, you're not saying he's worth 25 million, you know. Man United fans thinking they're going to get Rice for 20 million plus Lingard and stuff. It's like you're looking at it, you're thinking, nah. I saw a video the other day from a Man United fan who said that that Declan Rice was rated between 40 and 60 million. I'm like, okay, mate. Okay. Okie dokie. Corner to West Ham played in. Soucek. Oh, just wide. Corner from West Ham United. Soucek just attacks the ball towards the near post, and it's just nodded wide. Mikel Antonio is starting to show his frustrations right now. He's having a poor game. Antonio was there. He was there. Soucek does well, and I tell you what, a touch from Antonio, and that ends up in the net, but doesn't happen. I'd rather sign Pereira than Lingard if the price was right. I'd love to see Pereira at the club. I really like Pereira. It would have to be for the right price. It's all the right price, really. And again, we're not going to have that much money. It's just difficult. Chris Wood would be my signing, not a fashionable player, but he always scores against us. Low wages, good bench start. I like Chris Wood. I can't lie to you, Bonnie Hammer. It's one of those things where people get worked up about him. And he's, like you say, he's nowhere near a fashionable player. Ben Rama on the edge of the 6-yard box, tries to play it back across. Cleared away. Brom do well. Brom defend well. But I like Chris Woods. I can't lie to you. And West Brom on the counter-attack. Pereira plays it back across the box. Oh my God, West Ham make it as difficult as humanly possible for themselves. Ball played across by Pereira. It's bounced around a little bit, and no one can quite get the touch, but neither can West Ham clear it. It is away now. Mikel Antonio wins a free kick in a pointless area. West Ham, who were in a really good position to counter-attack there, and it was Antonio just falls over in a terrible position and wins a free kick in no man's land. Very close. West Ham doing their best West Brom in the opening 5 minutes impression with just some terrible missed timings and miscommunications. Cresswell miskicks it, can't quite get it away, and it's bad from West Ham. It's bad. 65th minute, West Ham have a free kick in. just punt it into the area territory. I tell you now, this isn't going in. I don't even need to watch. We never score from these positions. It's literally completely and utterly pointless. Completely and utterly pointless. Jesse Lingard standing over it along with Aaron Cresswell. He hits the post. Cresswell hits the post, not on purpose. I can't imagine it's on purpose. He hits the post, but we just can't do anything. That's the worst. That, in my opinion, is the worst position for a free kick. It's close enough to where you think like you should be crossing it in. It's nowhere near close enough to actually be shooting. You can't really cross it in properly because it's too central. It's just a terrible position for a free kick. As Shaw says, Rip O'Tibbles. He was fun for a week. You know? We stand a legendary cat in these ends. You know what I mean? Another post, yeah. A little bit. Right. I saw a lot of people talking. Yeah, Arnautovic, look, no is the answer from me. And the thing is I'm the more we talk about it, the more I'm scared it's going to happen. But it's a no from me. It's a no from me on Marco. Look, he was a good player while he was here, but the last thing we want in a team that has actual good chemistry is a ticking time bomb. I would rather not. And he's also on outrageously high wages. He was on like 280 grand a week in China. Now, obviously, we're not going to get anywhere near 200 grand a week if we tried to sign him. But at the same time, like, no, I personally, not for me. I would rather we go and find someone who actually has an opportunity to. That we have an opportunity to grow in. Not for me. Not for me. What do you think, Charlie? Moyes has zero plan B. But yeah, listen, I agree with you. I agree with you personally. It's a case of how do I word this? I need to word this carefully. It's okay that Moyes doesn't have a plan B that works every single time at this stage. You know, we're still growing as a club. We've got a very thin squad. It's difficult to have different plans with that few amount of players. I think you should show some form of plan B, some form of changing a game up as it goes. I think also Moyes has somewhat done it to himself by cutting his legs up from underneath him by selling all of our assets. And I don't know if that's necessarily entirely down to him, but at the same time, what are you expecting? So for me personally, it's very frustrating, and I think that's one of the biggest things we need to work on for next season is the ability to just have something a bit different when in games like this where we're really struggling to change up. Because right now, it certainly doesn't feel like we're scoring. GSB bonus for avoiding Europe. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. West Brom, another great opportunity. Shoots. Pulls it just wide, but good play from West Brom. Tell you what, West Brom are finding it. GSP transfer budget equals on average, leaving China on a free. Again, I agree with you, bro. Like you say, the more people talk about it, the more I think it's going to happen, which is depressing me a little bit. Dean Garner is coming on for West Brom. We get to see him once again. Here he comes. Dean Garner on. Ainsley Maitland-Niles off. The Arsenal loanee off. Dean Garner far from his best season this season, of course. But a huge opportunity for him. Arnautovic would sell his nan for a few quid. You know. Europe. I mean, we hope so, Nigel. I mean, look, we need 4 points out of the last 2 games. Right now, we've got one of them. Right now, we're halfway there. I would prefer us to get a winner in this one. I would prefer us to only need to get one in that last game. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world if we draw here. It's not the end of the world. I would say it's far from ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Rice lofts it in the back post looking for Antonio. Can't get control. It's a bad pass by Rice. Played over the top of him. Antonio tries, but what more can you do? One can only hope, Wally. One can only hope. Jared Bowen warming up to come on. Jared Bowen warming up to come on here. Wonder if he can do literally anything. I'm trying to think who he'd come on for. I did say Lingard. I said Lingard in 69, didn't I? We'll see. West Brom again creating good opportunities, and Craig Dawson said no. Again, they did well there, West Brom, to create a little nice opportunity there. Townsend Phillips link up well, and Townsend, to be fair, he wasn't ever going to be able to do anything with that, but Dawson just came across and shut him down. Swear if Ben Rama goes off, we'll go crazy. My mind will melt. Can't be Benny, surely. West Ham go 1 goal. That's all we need, Mirror. That's all we need. Ling should come off. Keep Ben Rama on. No Ben Rama off. I swear I'll personally email Moyes if he swaps Benny. Soufal charges forward, plays the ball back across the box, passed out. Soucek on the edge of the area. I'll tell you what, how many shots has Soucek had today? Soucek's had 4 shots today. How many of them have been on target? 2. Soucek has had a lot of shots today. Soucek has had a lot of shots. He's taken the most out of the team, I think. Has he? Yeah, he has. We've had a lot of shots from a lot of different people today. So Jared Bowen is coming on, and it's for Said Benrahma. If I speak, I am in trouble. It's for Said Benrahma. I would like to... Okay. So Jesse Lingard just has to play then, does he? Jesse Lingard just has to play then, does he? Okay. Okay. Unlucky. Right. If I said where was it? If I said my thoughts right now, I'd get banned. Chat not very happy with the sub either. It's a thing. It's a thing. El Hama Alger, yeah. That the chat agrees with you, mate. The chat agrees with you, and so do I. So do I. It's frustrating. It's very... Get on it, Ben. If you need any big words, loquacious, I've got them, you know what I mean? It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I know Lingard is bigger than West Ham United in a lot of ways, but come on, man. Come on. Come on. Well, by the way, if you had the 72nd minute, Benrahma for Bowen, congratulations. Congratulations. I did see quite a lot of Benrahmas for Bowen, so fine. Fair enough. As a Man United fan, Moyes is an effing waste man. Benrahma agenda. Wazuk or Was UK or Wazuk. I'm gonna go with Wazuk. You know. There you go. Does Lingard have to put us hard to get subbed? Don't know, mate. West Brom are turning on the pressure here. West Brom are turning. Look, again, it's not a situation where we're necessarily completely out of it, but you'd have to say West Brom certainly feel like the better side. So West Brom certainly feel like the side who would, if there's a goal to be in it, would be getting it. We're at a stage now where we're 16 minutes away from full time, And West Brom continue to be the team who have the most pressure, and we are all over the shop. Lingard tries a 1-2 with Soufal, who tries a huge ball to Antonio. It doesn't quite work out, but West Ham still get the ball forward. Lingard stopped his run, and Antonio can't get there. Oh. In pain. Physically and mentally. Physically and mentally. Jesse Lingard strolls forward into a decent enough position. His cross, I'm going to say it was absolute trash. What can you do? The commentator just described Jesse Lingard as, quote, he really did have a purple patch, which is code for he's not been good for a while, has he? Which has not been good for a while, has he? West Brom on a counter-attack now. After West Ham wasted yet another opportunity. It's relatively end-to-end. We're certainly not out of this game. I can't stress we are not out of this game. But we're in a situation right now where something significant has to change. If one team was going to get a goal currently, it would be West Brom. That's how it feels. West Brom are consistently trying. West Brom are trying harder, and they're already relegated. I don't like talking about trying. I think trying is it's not something I ever like saying about footballers or football teams. I don't like saying about putting in effort and all this other sort of stuff. It's not something I tend to talk about too much. But in reality, West Brom are relegated. They have literally nothing to play for. And yet us who are chasing Europe and still have European football to play for, West Brom look the livelier team. They look like they're trying more. I don't want to use this cliche, but it looks like they want it more. And it's frustrating because we should be able to deal with this. We've had... I said this before. Look, I said about potentially Moyes not being the end of the world, that he doesn't have a second plan right now because of A, football is always in a building phase, but also B, try something different. And we don't. We've got one stab at this, and that's all we're doing. We're banging our head against the wall and hoping for the best. Again, if you told me we won, we scored a goal and we win this 2-1, I wouldn't be shocked. It's not like there's nothing here for us. But right now, if you said to me who would score next, I would say West Brom. Equally, if you said to me which one of these two teams is fighting for European football and chasing European football and have an opportunity at the end of the season to beat their highest ever points total and be chasing Europe, I would say West Brom. West Brom are the team who look like they're trying more, who look like they want it more. I don't like saying those cliches. It's stuff I avoid saying, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true. And like, I'm not going to sit here and act like taking off Ben Rama is like Moyes has just shot my sister in the face. Don't even have a sister. But in reality, Lingard's done next to nothing. He's really struggled. And that cross about 5 minutes ago, where he sort of lazily walked into, he had all the time and space ahead of him, and the cross was pathetic. Like, it was just sad to watch. It was like me. It was like, oh, he's really trying to concentrate on crossing the ball, but it wasn't like a good one. It was just, he's trying to just get it into a position, and it's just dead. It's just dead. Like, we don't have that many options on the bench to begin with because, you know, we are in the position we are. David Moyes and Sullivan and everyone else have sold off so many of our backups, our second choices, just completely culling the squad. And again, David Moyes wants to talk about it. He can say it, and I don't necessarily believe him, but if he says it, he has to be judged by it. I like having a smaller squad. Well, then, bro, that's what happens. You look at your bench, you go, well, I get if I want to change this, I have to bring on Bowen, who's not been in good form for like 3 or 4 months anyway. But who else am I going to bring on? Yarmolenko, he's not going to change it up significantly. Who else am I going to bring on? I don't want to bring on Odebeku because I'm David Moyes and I don't want to bring on Odebeku. It's like, what are we doing here? And that's coming from a position I like. I like Yarmolenko. I like Jared Bowen. I like some of those people on that bench, but it's like you don't have options. And so when your option is Bowen, you're like, okay, right, who am I going to, if this is my substitute, my one sub, and again, we've got 10 minutes left of this game, there's not really been any threat of making any more significant substitutions at this point. He doesn't look like he's 10 minutes left. It doesn't look like there's anything happening. If this is my one sub, what's the most effective thing I can do with it? And you take off Ben Rama, who's got an assist and was actually creating some stuff, and not Jesse Lingard, who's done nothing all game. And you make the argument taking off Jesse Lingard is more of a statement and is more likely to make everyone else react. No wonder nothing's happening, my G. What were you expecting? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Again, we're not out of this game yet. We could potentially still win this. We've got 10 minutes to go. It's still 1-1. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, it's frustrating. Oh, it's frustrating. Fornals saved by Sam Johnston. Saved by Sam Johnston. Again, good play by West Ham. They're not completely out of it. Ball gets played down the the right hand side to Jared Bowen, who puts it onto his stronger foot, cuts it into Fornals, who, to be fair, does brilliantly to find the space and the run. And he just sort of swings at it. He doesn't really get a great touch, and it's a save by Sam Johnston. Corner to West Ham United. Corner to West Ham United. Aaron Cresswell standing over it. Aaron Cresswell plays the corner in. Back post. Oh, it's in. It's in. Ogbonna scores. It's 2-1. Somehow, and I don't think we deserve this. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. I'm concerned it's not going to get given for some reason or other, but it is currently West Brom 1, West Ham United 2. Cresswell plays it in, and Ogbonna, it's inelegant. It's an inelegant header, but he makes a good run. No one from West Brom picks it up. It's in. It's a goal. It's just happened. It's happened. Charlie is 100% on a dodgy little stream. I wish. I'm watching it on the Now TV app on my phone, which somehow is slower than a dodgy stream. What a time to be alive, Darren. What a time to be alive. But it's 2-1. My God. I've been saying it's going to VAR, but I can't imagine this will get taken away from us. Look, I've said this before. I would take dodgy 1-0 wins all the way to the end of the season a couple of weeks ago, and a dodgy 2-1 win we don't deserve. 100%. Take that. The goal is given. It's West Brom 1. It's West Ham United 2. Oggy, oi, and all that good stuff. My Lord. Thank you. And Harry as well. Harry, I see you. Thank you very much. Why don't we deserve it? Because we've not been good enough, man. Because we've not been good enough, frankly. Like, we've just not been good enough. I don't think you can say we've been better than West Brom today. We've hit the posts because we missed a pen. We hit the post otherwise, although that was a faked cross. It wasn't meant to be a shot. And they got an own goal, but they've been the better side. I'm just saying it how I see it. I don't think we've deserved the 2-1. But listen, mate, Migsy, I'll be real with you. I'm not complaining. As I said, I will 10,000% take dodgy victories that we don't deserve until the end of the season. If it means we get Europe, I don't care. I'm happy with that. Who's getting pissed on the boats on Sunday? Sorry, Darren. If you're going, enjoy yourself, and everyone else who's going. If you're going to the boats on Sunday, enjoy yourselves. I will not be there. I'll be here doing a watch along. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. All that good stuff. Enjoy being at West Ham game again. Do you know what I mean? West Brom now making a substitution. I don't even know what to say. So Lacuslu is off. Carlin Grant is on. Former Huddersfield player. Good striker, actually, to be fair. Good player. Will certainly stand them in very good stead in the Championship. I think he's one of those players where you look at it, you think that's a guy we can build. We can lob in there. Be good for them. But yeah. Hold on here. Shouldn't be saying that against West Brom, but it's the way I feel. It's the way I feel. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm nervous here. And it's not like West Brom have been outplaying us massively, but they've certainly been better than us. We can't act like they haven't. Like, they have definitely been the better side. But they've also not shown signs of finishing it. I mean, look, they've had 14 shots. They've had 14 shots today. Only 4 of them have been on target. At that stage, you're like, how many of those shots realistically? Pereira's been close once or twice. And like outside of that, they've not looked like they were definitely going to score. They look like the better team and the team who are more likely to score, but not necessarily like a team who are bound to get a goal. At that point, we'll see. I think I just saw Diop warming up to come on, of all people. Craig Dawson. I suspect that's a yellow. It is. It's a yellow for Craig Dawson. Yeah, there you go. I can see it here as well. Yellow. Pereira, he spins in a very acrobatic way, does Pereira. However, it was a foul. It was definitely a foul. Played in, cleared away by Bowen. Lingard can't do anything. Picks up West Brom, pick up the ball. Good cross here from West Brom would be dangerous, but we've recovered well. We've put ourselves in a decent enough position. Cresswell trying to stop it. I want to say that's Soucek with the clearance. Oh, that's well done by Pablo Fornals. Fornals is charging forward. Lingard with all the space and time pulls it back. He's taking a bit long. He finds Mikel Antonio in space. It's 3-1. My goodness me. Rewind 5 minutes ago. Never would have believed you. Never would have believed you. In fact, I think I said as much. But it is 3-1. Is he definitely onside? I'm staring at the chat now. I'm looking at the chat. Is he off? Is he onside? It feels we're seeing a lot of hype. A lot of hype. Look, it's a good enough breakaway goal. I was concerned Lingard had wasted the opportunity a little bit, but he waits for Mikel Antonio to make the run. Oh, Mikel Antonio's about a mile onside. Perfect. It's West Ham United. It's West Brom 1. It's West Ham United 3. Again, if you rewound this to 5 minutes ago, I never would have believed you. And West Brom have come. This is what I'm saying. West Brom could have always have been liable the entire time. We've just not done it. Issa Diop is on for Pablo Fornals, of all people. Do you know what? Fine. You do you. Don't care anymore. It's fine. Batten down the hatches, boys. Batten down the hatches. We're sticking with this. This is fine. We can deal with this. My giddy aunt. Don't know what he's trying, but we're going to 5 at the back. Oh. Flipping it. Daz clearly not enjoying the idea of Mick Anthony being called semi-pro. Right, after that, we are now in 6th position. Leicester ahead of us along with Liverpool. Both of them on 66. We are 4 points behind. We are now 3 points ahead, though, importantly, of 7th place. 7th place, 3 points ahead. A draw against Southampton will give us Europa League football. And not Europa League through fair play and not getting yellow cards. No, Europa League through actually getting points. Mate, I would have taken him a long time ago. I would have taken him a long time ago. I would have been downing him at halftime. As Foshisi says, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe if you are new around here. We're in stoppage time now. We have 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Like the video if you enjoyed it. I mean, it's a huge, it helps us out massively. A massive thank you as well to everyone who was donating earlier. Thank you very much to people like Schizobase, Deadly Grand 11, whoever it was. Thank you very much to James, everyone who donated. If I forgot you, I apologize. I don't have a list. I should have written it down. But thank you very much. And hey, we're here Sunday. We are here on Sunday for the final match of the season. The final match of the season. I'll be here throughout the entire thing, doing the watch along. I hope you can come and join me. Thank you to 100 Smee, Alan Bacon, Andrew Bays, Andrew Pearson, Arthur Gatwood, Bahamid. Hang on, let me pull it here. Bahamid, Bonnie Hammer, Bra, Charlie Waller, Curved, Curvenor, Darren, David, Daz, Equex, which you showed me how to pronounce your name and I've forgotten already. I apologize. Eric, Evan, Football Addict, Foshies, Harry Parker, Jamie Greed, John Kernell, Kian, Martin, Migsy, Mike Evans, NH Hammer, Nick Nelson, Norma, PJ Pacey, Rob Willis, Ryan Furman, Sean B, Sean Scullion, Stephen Fairmaid, Uni Advisor UK, Vladimir Wallywood. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. As I said, we will be back on Sunday We'll be back on Sunday for the final match of the season. And I hope you will join us. I hope you will join me. Subscribe, click the little bell icon to make sure you don't miss anything. We've got videos coming down between now and then as well. And hey, hit that like button. Patreon.com, another thing that really helps us out. Look, you don't have to do anything. We're not saying do it. I'm just saying have a gander. That's all. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I'm seeing some thank yous in the chat. Thank you all. You lot are the ones who make this, not me. I'm just the person who sits here and then gets told to stop talking about food. You know what it's like? You know? So I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. If I missed off your name, it's because the chat moves quite quickly and I'm dyslexic. That's the excuse I'm going with. Although true, it's just because I'm stupid. So we've got about 30 seconds left of the game. Once I have the link for the review, I'll be spamming it in the chat for you. Nick Nelson says, thanks for the gear. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, look, Wally Wild with the 999. Thank you very much. Wally, you're an absolute legend, my liege. Let's all go on a European tour. Thank you for doing. Thank you for great season live watch. Thank you very much. We have one more to go. You have 90 more minutes of me being horrendous, talking about food too much. One more on Sunday, and then you get to relax until I start doing them for the Euros inevitably, and then also pre-season friendlies, and then just carry on. Do you know what I mean? But we all get a break from me. And what I would say to you is, as bad as it is for you, feel sorry for my girlfriend who has to live with me. You know? But thank you very much, Wally. I appreciate it. 90 more minutes until West Ham potentially get Europa League football. 90 more minutes, people. That's all that's left. That's all that's left. Sunday subject, roasts. We can talk about it after. I'm more than happy to. If there's one thing I'm happy to talk about, it's roasts. There we go. It ends West Brom 1, West Ham United 3. Kind of, for the longest time, I would say you would make the argument that we potentially didn't deserve that. And then at the end, the class comes out and we just create those spaces. West Brom stretched a little bit too much and we counterattack a couple of times and it happens. It happens. Ogbonna with the header. And Antonio with a good finish. Huge. As Andrew's just said, we are massive. Let's not act like we're not, okay? We're massive. It's just a case of holding our nerves. A draw on Sunday. All that's necessary is a draw. It's doable. It's doable. I'm just waiting for the link from Geo now, and then I'll be out your hair, and you can all go and watch the review. While I wait, I'll tell you what. Last question, very quickly. Who was your man of the match today? While I wait for the live chat, while I wait for the link, who was your man of the match today? Difficult one. Difficult. My wife has the. I can imagine. Casey. I can imagine. I'm not gonna lie. Another brilliant night. Come on, you eyes. Exactly, Leon. Exactly. Look, again, I'll take it. I'm happy. Look, I'm happy enough to take it. I don't care. I'm more than happy to just keep taking. I will take undeserved 1-0 wins until the end of the season. I've said this for about a month, and I don't care. Is today undeserved? Maybe a little bit, but you know what? I'm not fussed. We got the win. We did what it took at the end of the day to get it, and I will take that. West Brom couldn't. That's why they got relegated, and that's why we are in a much different position. Ben Rama, Dawson Fornals, Ben Rama Fornals, Soucek Dawson, Kufal or Ben Rama. Who else we got? Randolph. I tell you what, he made a couple of decent saves to be fair to him. Ben Rama, Dawson, Ben Rama, Charlie. Thank you, Alan. I'm not included, but I appreciate it nevertheless. Ben Rama, Randolph. Moyes changed it up when we were 1-1 and got 2 goals. Fair Mixie, fair Craig Dawson, Benny, Ben Johnson, not Lingard. Dawson of Craig Fornals, Ben Rama. It's tight. It's very tight. I can't lie to you. I'm trying to sort of tally up everyone there. Chuck says cheers. Thank you very much, Chuck. Appreciate you coming as per usual, my friend. Beardhead Dawson. I'll tell you what. It's probably between Dawson or Ben Rama. And I'll tell you what, we'll share it only because I can't tell. The Hammers Chat Watch Along man of the match goes to Craig Dawson / Saeed Ben Rama. Congratulations, Craig and Saeed. Hope you're well. And there is the link, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. I've just posted it. Click on that. Go forth and watch Geo Gonzo's review. It will be starting momentarily over on our channel. Get to hear them talk about European football. What a time to be alive. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Like I said, I'll be live once more on Sunday for the last time this season. You've only got 90 more minutes till you no longer have to hear me until I inevitably do more. Until then, thank you very much for coming, and we will see you next time. Bye.